we go. Light is green.
Alright. Does anyone wish to summarize the events of last session?
I got beat the fuck up.
You did, yeah.
We discovered that there are more weird happenings going on in town. We saw a card game devolve into a strange occult display, along with potential underpassages within the town itself having creepy things occurring. But, you know, we got no immediate clues for that, so we went off to a prison. Checked that place out, well, beginning to. The weasel died near immediately.
As is expected. Yeah.
To who knows what.
That's going to be costly.
It's a very expensive single hit point, yes. We managed to get a whole bundle of papers, although only a few were useful at all, and have been generally fighting possessed garments and manacles. And also some spiders, which lodged themselves into most of the surface area of the drow.
Don't remind me.
We will
They have
remind
innate
you.
resistance to spiders, right? Right?
Funnily enough, no. They've almost got a weakness to them.
You'd think so, but no.
And so far we have only delved into a bit of a west side.
Yeah.
We're not willing to fight the crypts just yet.
Yeah, you also did some research on the prisoners. You found out about the Piper, who feeds people to his sturges, and the Splatterman, who has thing for names and spelling them out before killing the person.
Yep.
Which were two of the 5 most infamous prisoners.
Yes, we have yet to find out about Father Charlatan, the Lopper, and the Mosswater Marauder.
Correct. You can do that again. You can try again by doing more research in other places, like the town hall or Rasma Temple, if you're allowed in. But until then, you know fairly little about them.
Yes, but for now we have...
I will also
Go on.
I will also mention that you basically didn't investigate the Harrowstone grounds at all. You just rushed inside.
Yep.
Got beaten up by the door.
Well, we did check the old manor, which turned out to have nothing in it.
Yeah, the warden's house. And also during the combat with various possessed items, you didn't think once to use any of the things you took with you.
No, we know we had them. It's
Specifically,
just these are simply possessed items. We might want to save them for a proper ghostly manifestation. Like when some shackles come towards you, you think, do I use it now or do I hold off for maybe a poltergeist or a spectre or a wraith, you know?
Yeah, I'm more interested in waiting until we have something big.
Because we're only on the surface of a prison.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to the cells yet.
I'm also sure. I think I may have forgotten to note down some of the holy water things, but I'm pretty sure you should have at least 8 vials of holy water by now.
We got 5 in the cabinet in the church bit, so probably, yeah.
And the crypt there should have also been holy water, I think.
No, it wasn't listed. No, we had 3
And
pond
I
siphons.
May have forgotten to list them.
Yeah, because I copy-pasted the list you gave us.
Yeah, and I didn't copy-paste the list from the thing, from the PDF, because it was not possible. Yeah, there were also 6 flasks of holy water I might have forgotten.
Okay, let's
the
each take
crypt.
one of those.
I'm down for that.
Everyone gets a flask of holy water, and we have several in reserve.
4 in reserve.
Rena, make a noise.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, I'll set you down to 4, and everyone mark down a holy water in your inventory.
I'd already had one marked in my inventory. I think I took one out of the main.
Okay. So we still have the same number.
Everyone gets holy water,
Yeah.
or
Everyone gets one, because we have so many.
Yeah.
I took a second one.
The greed, the sheer greed.
No, I just got straight jacketed. Fuck you.
Exactly.
First
Why
he
didn't you
wants
use
all
it?
First he wants all the spiders, now he wants all the water.
Fuck hell, I want spiders.
But yes, I suppose we can return then. You have just beaten the straitjacket and found a lot of dirty, moldy laundry in
At some,
this room.
at some point, a drow elf may have gotten stabbed, but it was in the aid of helping them.
I'll remember that.
Wasn't me.
I know who stabbed me, and I will remember that.
How was he to know that stabbing you while wearing a possessed garment would have actually hurt you?
I have no idea.
Well, how are you holding up?
I'm not dead yet.
It's not really, I kind of need a little more detail there.
I'm fine.
Alright then, off we go.
So who can't see? Grayson doesn't have dark vision.
Sybil doesn't have dark vision, and that's it.
Okay, so anybody who doesn't have dark vision, I'm putting a glowing orb on them instead of putting it on me.
Well, Sybil
way-
has,
That way I don't have to be the only one running it.
Sybil has the 10-foot light from her.
From a
Okay.
tool, yeah.
I think someone cast light on Grayson's staff.
Yep.
Sword cane. Yep. So he actually has light as well.
Okay, never mind. Then we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have light on me anymore. I guess can we put them back on me just so that I can see not in
I
purple?
think that was because you lost concentration from the.
Yeah,
from the
but I bring
dancing
them back.
It's been all go so far, hasn't it?
Well, we've been up and doing too horribly.
Should we like mark off where we've been with chalk or something?
I mean, it's a
Good
straight
plan.
line so far. We've not really gone down any tangled hallways.
I would be knocking at trying to open this door and see what's in there.
You don't even have dim light?
I do not have dim light right now. All I'm seeing is not my night vision.
So after all that, you're still just going to
Alright,
knock on the
we
door and
now
go off
have-
alone.
Anything else?
Opening the door, and then I'm going to briefly look in.
Right. Let me have a go here. Let me have a look. First, I'll put my shield up.
Okay.
He gives you a dirty look.
Actually, I'll equip my shield as well while we're here.
That'll reduce your damage, though.
Yeah, still. 2 AC is nice.
How long has it been? I know mage armor lasts like multiple hours, right?
I think it's 8 hours.
Yeah, for 8 hours.
Okay,
It's
I'm
still
still
going.
good.
It's
We've
early
had a-
afternoon at this point, I'd say.
Yeah, we've had a few
That's
rooms and we
everything.
took a short rest. So
I keep thinking that like
Yeah,
mage
and you-
armor's only like an hour, but it's multiple hours.
You also sorted through the things in the bureaucracy tract.
Yeah.
yeah, we did that just
So,
because
yeah.
some of us didn't need to heal during the short rest.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, some of us needed to become
Right.
unparalyzed.
Yeah. But you enter the room and see several wooden tables with stewing tools, boxes of chalk, and other things. And it looks to have been a workshop of sorts.
I gesture for
That's all.
Kelmorn to enter.
Shift aside. Let me get in the doorway here. Take a wee moment to just browse around the room. And then slowly sheath my sword before yanking at my trumpet and giving a single toot.
Yeah, not much happens when you stay outside.
Noticing a theme here. Let's just chuck in. I'll find a wee bit of debris that's got a good heft to it, chuck that in, knock one of the tables.
Not much happening.
Alright, Raven. You've got a wee bit of a bow eye, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself ready. Ilfrin, you got the wee ball of flame and all that there?
I do. I've got something even better.
Alright, well, brace yourselves. I want to step in, because someone's bound to lurch out. I want to preemptively take the dodge action, and step in. Focusing entirely on keeping shifty.
I've readied my flame.
Alright, come and get me.
There doesn't seem to be happening much else at the moment. But you do see a tattered blue dress wrapped around the skeleton down here.
Oh, now that looks like someone that's going to have a few things leap out around it. Got a actual corpse here. A long old one, a dress. Maybe warder's wife, that'd be the only... Well, I mean, I'm not going to judge on some of the prisoners, you never know. But yeah, let's get a better eye on it, shall we?
I will be prepped to cast, to actually,
And
cast my spell.
Does it feel cold in here?
No, it's pretty normal, but as you approach, there does indeed arise a ghostly figure from the ground. It looks to be a fairly young woman, approaching 30s, in a blue dress. Tears are streaming from her eyes, and thick smoke emanates from her mouth.
I doff my hat. Hello, good lady. Hope you don't mind us stepping in here.
You must be the new guards. Have you finally come to restore order?
That's kind of the plan, yeah. You may have met one of the previous ones, lovely professor man.
Professor? I don't know anything about the professor.
He was an older gentleman. Not long ago, he was walking through these walls.
No, I don't think I've seen anyone. Well, perhaps there were these strange folk wearing dark robes, speaking only in whispers.
Oh,
They killed someone outside the prison.
that's confirmation enough. Do they still walk these walls?
But that is not my concern. You must quell the revolt, the prisoners.
Well, I mean, those ones in dark cloaks could be part of that there. They definitely aren't guards.
No, they are long gone.
I see.
But they took my husband with them, and ever since then, the prisoners have grown stronger. They're trying to break out, and it is so horrible. I can't keep them at bay.
I see.
Who took your husband?
The Way. Those cultist ones that are causing trouble.
Yes, the strange, whispering folks in dark robes outside.
They were able to take your husband's spirit?
I don't know what they did. It was horrible. It felt terrible. Like my heart was torn out from my chest.
I see. So all 5 of the notable ones are still floating around here, huh?
Yes, 5. 2 above, 3 below.
Alrighty. Do you know who it is that's floating on the surface?
I don't know too much, but I believe the Piper and Father Charlatan are upstairs. They were not considered as dangerous as the others. But you must stop the Splatterman. He has started to do something, I don't know what. But it weakens me, it hurts. And he will kill me. If you don't stop him, he will kill me.
But he's still in the prison, aye?
Yes, he is below, deep below.
We'll get him
He's the
sorted.
one who started all of this.
Right then. Do you know where we could... We did find a load of papers and all and files about them. Is there any special notes your husband might have kept on them? In here, in the prison?
I don't know everything, but I suppose I know something about the 5. Is there anything you need to know?
Well, we need to know about Father Charlotte, and he seems like a tricky one to know about.
Father Charlatan. He was not a man of faith, but pretended to be. From wherever he went, he pretended to be a man of some other faith, tricked people into giving them tithes and scamming them. But I don't think he actually killed much. He killed many people. More his men killed them, or other people died due to his trickery. But he hasn't been murdering people directly. That's why he was upstairs.
And were some of his thugs incarcerated with him?
No, I don't think so. I believe they've all been killed when they tried to resist. He was always placed alone and chained up.
Shouldn't be much of a problem then. Now, Piper Vilmars does sound a bit unpleasant just because of his sturges.
Yes. He did love his pets, and they're still here around.
Those nasty things love to
They're
infest
drawn to
about.
him.
What about the Lopper? You able to share anything on him?
I don't know much. He did have... he did like to lop people's heads off and sneak up on them, but I don't think there was much else to him aside from the hundreds of people he killed.
Alright, keep that in mind, fellas. Duck.
Especially you, Palabar.
Well, I mean, thanks for the information. Thanks for the forewarning and all that there. Don't suppose you'd know where a couple of keys might be sitting about, make it easier to get around.
No, I don't think so. The warden, my husband, he was down there when everything happened. He would have had all the keys with him.
Right. There is a question I've got to ask. It might be a wee bit distressing, so if it's too much, you don't have to answer. We are a bit wondering, why were you present in the prison during the fire?
Well, my husband didn't come home that evening, so I went back to the prison to see what happened. But by then, the prisoners were already revolting. Already had my husband as a hostage, and I tried to bring down the lift so he could get out. But the other guards stopped me and he put me in here. And I'm not sure what happened then, but the smoke. I don't. She breathes out, and another thick qualm of smoke comes out of her mouth.
So wait, the guard stopped you from rescuing him?
Well, there were about 25 guards only left, and the half of them was down there, taken hostages by the prisoners. The stairs down were already blocked, and the only way out was the supply lift. I tried to let down the supply lift, but But the guards cut the rope to try and prevent the prisoners from escaping.
But why put you in here?
I don't know. I was screaming at them, trying to let me help my husband, but they wouldn't let me.
It makes no sense they wouldn't just take you out of the place. I'll have to check on when they hired some new guards.
Come again? Didn't catch that?
Saying we'll have to check when they hired on new guards. Because they should have just let you out. There's no point keeping you on the premises. It's been a while, probably.
Basically, what I meant to convey is they locked her into this room after she went hysteric after trying and failing to rescue her husband.
Right.
Well, I think from most of our perspective, that doesn't make sense. You should probably lock her out of the prison in the middle of a riot. But
Yeah.
that's our point.
Yeah,
Well,
but
maybe
at this point they still had the riot contained, but just one way out. And at some point, apparently, a fire broke out. You all know of a fire, and she died from the smoke poisoning. You can deduce that much.
Well, we'll see about sorting out the problems here. So, don't know if you can do it fully yet, but have yourself a wee rest.
Rest. I can only rest once the riot has been quelled. Perhaps.
We'll get tackling that. We'll get
The
tackling
guards, they don't accept me as their warden. Perhaps if you could bring me something of my husband's, they would allow me to take control of this prison. To quell the riot, finally. But before you go, there is something that might help you deal with these ghosts. There is a room where they were all stored the property of the prisoners. There was a safe where they stored all the valuable things. In there you should find belongings of these 5 ghosts, these 5 prisoners. They might help you. It could also be a bit dangerous if you use them, but they will offer you a way to deal with them.
All right then.
Well, thank you very much for that. That should be useful.
Do you know whereabouts the room might be?
In the southwest.
All right.
Yeah, I thought we saw a safe, but
That was just full of paperwork though. Weren't full of possessions.
Sorry, southeast.
All right then. We'll back ourselves out then. Hopefully we'll be able to quell this soon enough. Or,
Please.
get the guard spirits on board.
Yes, please.
And might be able to help you with your husband. We've got an eye on those ones in the robes.
Yes. I'm not sure if you can do anything else for him. Whatever they did, they scratched strange runes around the prison. And whatever they did tear his ghost away from this place.
They are responsible
Something
for
that
the
should not
symbols.
be possible.
Alrighty, alrighty. Whew. It's been a while since I've had a wee chat with a ghost.
As you leave the room, the ghost sinks back into the skeleton with the blue dress.
This did go better than those last time. That's nice.
Last time? You make a habit of talking to ghosts?
It's kind of happens whenever you're out and about an adventure. Yeah, a few times there was this well spirit. Poor woman fell in, she had to be convinced of it. So you've not only got someone who's refusing to acknowledge that they're dead and deceased, but then you've got to tell them you coped in. You fell in, snapped your neck on the brick there. It's not a dignified way to go. But she eventually took it well enough. The times before that were a bit rougher, though. I had to sort of brush up on my vernacular to get them to agree. So
you're saying you trust this ghost?
aye, pretty much.
Why wouldn't we?
We're still not sure why she was here in the first place.
It's
She just
also a
said why.
ghost.
Just because we're in a place with a character called Father Charlatan, you're thinking we shouldn't trust people?
Oh, no.
No, I think this one's on the level. This is a properly tormented spirit, not one that's just sort of sitting about idle. Well, we've got a clue there on the personal effects now. Might be a bad idea to unlock that just so they get their own stuff. And she was saying it was already bad times ahead of it. Probably a lot of nasty jujus built into the stuff. You know, tainted by the merciless nature of them.
What if we just take it away from here and put it somewhere outside of the prison?
Well,
You can
that's
all make me religion check,
Hold on.
if you please.
What if they don't please?
23.
All right. Okay, so Fren and Palaba would know that using a ghost's possessions can help deal with them, maybe put them to rest, or otherwise. But what she has spoken of might be that during their, since they were so evil people during their lives, they may have some sort of curse on them. But once they are laid to rest, these curses would probably vanish as well.
I would be relaying that to the party, which basically we should probably acquire these items.
Oh, aye, the professor spoke a bit about that. It's objects of importance and emotional support. They're fetters. Aye.
Yeah,
More
fighting
importantly,
unholy
she did.
fire with unholy fire, as you would.
Aye, well, they're insubstantial, so you're hitting them with what they can rationalise with the most. So, that if she is, though, she also let slip that it was the cultists, the Whispering Way and whatever. They'd put the marks and the sigils and all around the prison. The ones that the professor was then going to study. So not some old bit, not a repeat of a ritual or anything like that there. The fire was just a riot with a fire. So that's something at least. That's a bit clued out. Right, we should go check that place anyway. Sunny Fishy said. So, back to the front rooms.
Alright, let's go. For some strange there we go. For some strange reason, I'm only seeing things with dark vision.
There is one room left you still haven't checked. There.
Oh,
Down the hall?
where?
Yeah,
I see it.
if you wish to explore it.
Well, we know there's
So-
more to do. It's just right now we have a good clue.
Yeah. Do we want to explore
I
it, or
was
do we want to?
just saying because it's the last room in this whole wing you haven't explored yet.
Alright, go ahead.
Alright, Pod. Open
Bop
the
it.
door.
I bop it. Is it
Pull it.
locked?
Twist it.
Twist it.
Take it.
Alright.
I mean, it's pretty safe. Odds are that most traps will be built for human height, so it'll just go over his head, right?
It's already been set off, probably.
That
by
did
Alfred.
happen for Malgern.
Yeah, this is a room with a fireplace. And there are some branding irons lying about. But from your angle, you can't.
Elfrin, you go ahead.
Fine. I go in.
No, for fuck's sake, get back here. I pull his cloak.
I've already gone in.
Back.
Alright.
I'm just waiting for the window. Where's the window? Where is it?
What
Well,
if it's
that won't take a telling.
there?
You told me to.
With a jest in my voice.
Oh, I don't know about sarcasm.
Okay.
You're a drow, you must.
I know a different kind of sarcasm.
What's Pog's AC again?
I have a nice drow in front of me acting as a shield right now.
Yes. But you
Oh,
are close
God.
enough to the room that it matters.
Uh,
Is it more than
AC
16?
13.
Nice save, though,
Yeah.
Neil. I appreciate it. Yeah.
The problem is
So,
you're
as you
you're
enter
visible
the
between the
room-
legs.
As you enter the room, 2 of these branding irons rise up. The tips start to glow red hot. And tell me, is there any free skin on you beside the face?
Hands.
Here's where we find out he hasn't been wearing pants this entire time.
Midriffs, inner thigh because of the chaps he's wearing.
I'm wearing shorts.
Open-toed sandals,
All right.
but with socks.
And
Oh, God, he
And
literally
you
is
get-
the worst.
you get one of the branding irons on the calf, and Ilfrin on the hand. You mentioned.
Oh no, he has gloves on.
All right. Is there anything other than the face
Mm,
that shows skin?
Oh, man, you were going to get it on the
Maybe-
hand. We could have been tattoo buddies.
He does have to hide everything.
it would be just the neck. That's the thing.
All right. On the neck it goes. But
You
yes,
hear a stream of cursing, everybody.
yes, you take
just
9 damage.
I smell
5
just scream
burning
loudly.
piercing for
drow.
fire.
So what's the damage?
5 piercing for fire for a 9 total. But you have it better than Pog. Pog takes 6 piercing and 6 fire. For a total of 12.
Look, he's a warlock. He is made of sterner stuff than a wizard. Normal wizards.
Yeah, I have 2 HP left, so yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yes.
I was going to say, you didn't get one shot.
Also, you have now brands on your neck and your calf, respectively. It's just a combination of letters and numbers.
I'll heal that right out. I'll buff out a wee bit.
What if you
I'm
want to
still
keep-
screaming.
This is the time where I'm using that motherfucking haunt siphon.
All right, but actually, let me finish. As you, after they punch you, they cool down and float back to their place.
You don't get
Do nothing
revenge.
It's just a one-time thing.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm going to pummel the absolute fucking shit out of them until they're broken as shit.
That druid thing, you get very angry at metal.
Yeah.
No. And meanwhile, I also try to fucking heal the damn thing off of me.
And Grayson starts casting heat metal. No,
Yeah.
I will fight fire with
You can
fire.
heal the damage quite well, but the brands stay.
Motherfucker, I'm gonna have to fix this.
Alright, there is a nasty option here. It's only skin deep.
Oh.
I know, it's a nasty thing, but it'll be healed right up after.
I'm going with that route.
Well, it's just, I've only got one spell left and someone does need a lot of help here. Palabar!
I'm leaned back against the opposite wall.
Right, lad.
I suddenly look you straight in the eye. I still look like I would be screaming, but the sound has just stopped.
That's good, okay. What I'm offering to do here is cut the bit of skin off that has the brand and then heal you with magic. Or I could just heal you with magic and you'll have the symbol on you.
I appear to have understood about 3 of those words. I heard heal magic and I just nod. You don't know which I'm nodding to.
Well, considering that heal magic was after the first suggestion, that would mean the first suggestion.
You've got a point there. Right. Johnny. Draven.
I have a knife.
No. Hold him.
God damn it.
It'll
the
hurt.
old
It'll hurt
knife
only a
with
little
the
bit
shell
more.
Boom.
My eyes get even larger, and I attempt to resume the screaming, but my lungs have long given up.
Oh, I feel
It
right
sounds
about
kind of pathetic.
I
This
wish
is
I could tell
reminding
what
me of
it.
the time. This is reminding me of the time that Malgern wanted to cut the tattoo off and then just heal it back.
I really
It's a
wish I
sick
knew what
thing.
age he was. I don't know if I'm doing this on a kid or not. I do a quick slice and then a heal.
Yeah, I do think flat 1d4 is appropriate for this.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna matter. He's got two HP. Let's see if he stays conscious. Sure.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No. Which is probably for a better.
And the screaming stops for good.
But it's okay, because he gets 9 HP back.
Yeah.
However,
I'm
I am
also-
out of spell slots, so there goes your healer.
I'm also saying this because hit points are not just deadly damage. It's
Yeah.
just generally the level of can you keep going?
It's a case of, though, it's kind of, just the knife in, and then quick.
Thankfully, you are not out of healing spells yet because you do have a healing spell standing right there.
Knife goes in, guts come out.
Well, I mean, we have potions too, you're quite right.
Yeah. And me.
Who?
And me.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
sorry, I forgot about you, 74628-A.
God damn
You
it.
kindly cut this off for me.
The whole head?
I kind of don't want to do it, it'll be sort of elf on elf fight. Alright.
I will say as the skin grows back, the brand is still there.
Yeah.
Ah,
Well, that's a balls. On the bright side, though, I've still healed him.
Would you like me to try? Maybe,
Just got to cut deeper, I go a few inches in.
This is what the emergency greatsword is for.
You don't need all your muscles. Yeah.
Sorry about that, Palabar, but feels better, aye?
I'm slowly regaining consciousness. It's like, what kind of quack are you? You call yourself a practitioner of healing magic? When
Not
did it
really, I
involve knives?
learned how to fix people up from hearing these lovely little songs and tunes in my head.
I mean, as much as I hate to side with him, it worked.
well,
I mean-
he still got the brand, which is unfortunate because that's the whole reason we did it in the first place.
I mean, the first time I
show
stopped
off
someone
my
bleeding...
calf is with the alphanumerics on. It's like, clearly it did not work.
Well, you've got your skin back in good condition, it just didn't... Just brand you a wee bit deeper and probably a little bit sort of mystically.
Yeah, you can definitely figure out that this is
I
supernatural.
gesticulate in general to the haunted prison. You think?
Well, you never know. Like, the Iron Poker, yes, that was haunted, possibly, but I didn't think the brand itself would have been. That could have just been a bit of heat transfer. Besides, I'm not really much of a medical man. I mean, the first time I stopped someone bleeding to death was because I was humming a nice tune in my head.
I'm going to assume that nobody here has removed curse.
Well, we have one other option.
Remove leg.
Remove curse is a third level spell.
I've hidden your legs somewhere within this library.
We have one
Joke.
simple option to give it a try. I'll
Oh.
just pop the cork on this, and I splash the leg and the symbol with holy water. Never know. Might lift it.
No.
Nice try.
The symbol
for
doesn't do
effort.
anything.
Well, it's what we've got available. Alright, on we go.
He just keeps walking.
There's nothing else to do.
Well, was there anything else?
Mm.
Now that we've solved this problem, I go back in. Was there anything else in this room other than the now destroyed pokers?
The
Body
pokers start heating up
branded.
again.
Nope.
Body
Just the
branded,
focus.
and now my feet are wet.
But
Monday.
you can make me another religion check. if
This is
you-
the second worst time I've ever had.
Are you really? Is the feet wet a bit of an issue for you?
It's like I'm a freshman again.
Alright then. Poof. Done. Prestidigitation, my man. Your foot is now slightly warmer than room temperature and dry.
Your jacket is now dry.
But yeah, no, Dren, all you figure out or remember is that is spooky stuff.
Alright. Go back out. Motherfucker.
Your socks also taste like cheese, but they do not smell like them.
Let's go.
It's one of the options I got here. You chill, warm, or flavor up to 1 cubic foot of non-living material.
I mean, yeah.
This might be helpful if we wind up lost in the mountains and with no sustenance. It's time to cook up our boots.
Okay, Fryn is annoyed. He's walking back into the fucking cold room. Is there another... Yeah. Is there a door in here?
On the other... Oh, right.
He's just marching his happy ass straight across.
You can always chuck the haunt trap.
And you will also have to... What was it? A con save.
Yeah. Fuck.
You fail.
For once, yeah.
You take 3 necrotic damage.
I open that fucking door.
I think we can throw one of those haunt traps here.
I'm out the other side.
Wondering if that warrants another roll. The going there, cracking the door open, and yeah, why not? Make me another con save. You make it this time. But yeah, the room you entered does indeed look promising. There's a bizarre collection of antique goods on wooden shelves that line the room. And most of these have tiny labels in a neat script. And it is pretty clear that they are indeed the former properties of the prisoners here.
Oh, goody.
Does that room have a nasty chill to it?
No. This is the room we're looking for.
Should probably use one of those haunt traps then in this hallway, eh?
Well, that's up to you.
Oh, it's a bit nippy. It's a bit of a group decision here.
Well, there's nothing attacking right now. We could probably wait.
We just have Ilfrin go back and forth each time.
I was about to say.
I think if we can just get rid of it now, so we don't have to deal with it coming in and out.
Not to mention, Draven, I think, don't you have to make a con save for standing in there?
Yeah. Draven makes a con save. He makes it. He's a bit chilly, but that's all.
I'll use a haunt trap in this room.
Alright. Do give me the damage roll then, once died.
I thought the damage roll was just for the grenade purpose.
No.
I think it's 3d6.
You deal 3d6 radiant damage to the haunt. 3d6 damage.
Okay.
Just to the haunt.
Oh!
And yeah, but you also actually have to step inside, so that's one con save and to activate it. And then it is gone. Take 1 necrotic damage.
So now I've got a ghost grenade.
Yes. And also, Ilfrin, make me a perception check, please.
Alright, still a wee bit nippy, but it's getting warmer. It's alright, lads.
What? I'm blind as a bat.
No, bats are pretty good at seeing. You're blind like a slug.
Lots of shiny things in there.
Turns out rats can't be trapped like that. You're more trapped like.
So I guess anyone who's in there will search the room for anything useful or valuable.
Pretty much.
Aye.
Alright, you all make me investigation checks. And
Grayson, I'll help you out.
yeah, actually it would. Yeah, just investigation checks.
Grayson,
The
get in here
perception
so I can give you one with
That's
advantage.
actually kind of superfluous.
Oh, you want me in? Okay, yep. Then I will come in there and.
Investigation with advantage.
Boom.
Nope.
Right.
Oh, hang on, I hear some huffing. I'll be back in a tick. There you are.
Can't see damn
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You
It's all right.
Mm.
I'll show you which way to go. Sucked up this nasty little haunt space. And then they're just down that door there at the end. Should have spoke up, I would have been back here quicker.
It's more just I can't see a goddamn thing with this lighting.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, as you search the room, you also find that there is here in the corner kind of a hidden door where there are more things. And what you get, I shall list in a moment. Once the list I've typed out. In table. Alright, you get that. A set of thieves' tools, various art, at a total worth of 200 gold. Richly decorated dagger, that should be worth around 50 gold.
Oh, dibs.
A dread helm. It's just a helm that makes your eyes glow red underneath. Very spooky and scary. A silvered sickle. The weapon. 12 silvered throwing darts. And prayer beads of restoration. 5 pieces of them in a string. You can crack a bead and inhale the smoke, the vapors, to get a lesser restoration effect on you. And it's for the general property room. Everything else is smashed or rotten or no longer worth anything. And,
Could I take the darts?
I'll continue with the secret safe first. You can divvy up the loot afterwards. The secret safe contains a blood-stained hand axe, which, no matter how much you wipe it still stays bloody. A collection of holy symbols, all entangled with each other, and no matter how hard you try, you can't separate them. They all stick together somehow. A moldy spellbook. A smith's hammer. And a tarnished silver flute. And also a set of silver brass knuckles. I've typed out how they work in the chat.
Okay, so we're in Discord. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we could split a couple of the darts. They're just good in Johnny's hands as they are in yours. Because I've got the film property.
Sure.
I'll stick to my own spell book, thanks.
Well, no, we're bringing it. Remember, it's to be used against them.
You know, I have a question. What are the chances that lesser restoration might remove our brand issue?
You want to try? We do have a few potions of it as well.
Maybe I should. Can I make a roll to check if I think it would work? That'd probably be in medicine, right?
Grayson's just ruffling through the stuff. He's like, "Oh, a flute. You might want this, Kelmore," and he holds it out.
Oh, that looks fucking... I know I'm going to have to use it, but yeah, that is... As you said, I'd rather use my own instrument, but... Ugh.
There's this helmet.
You just see him casting Prestidigitation on it so many times.
No,
There's the helmet. There's the sickle.
I will definitely take the silvered sickle.
He's just kind of picking stuff up off the floor, handing it out. You know.
I mean, the brass knuckles do make most sense for me.
Yeah. But I could also use them.
Yeah, but I like punching
And then
stuff.
once he gets to
also take those darts.
Once he gets to the bottom of
And
the
the
pile,
axe.
also there's this door here.
Have you got that set to use your... No, you need to set that to use your strength.
I just drag and dropped it. I can change there it is. Strength. There we go.
Who else is taking darts?
Just Johnny, I think.
There we go.
Okay.
Does Johnny put the helmet on? That's the question. I know
Yeah.
Pan wants to.
It's like a helmet. It's like when I'm sparring. It's one of those boxing gears. No, I'll leave the helmet for now.
It's just a helmet that makes you look spooky, nothing else.
Is it like, what kind of helmet is it? Is
It would
fancy
hide
looking?
your lack of beard.
Oh, true.
Now that you're back, I was going to ask, what role would it be to check to see if I could figure out if a lesser restoration would solve our fucking brand issue?
Religion. I think I've said that before.
I didn't hear you. That's why.
Yeah, you can figure out that it wouldn't do much against
worth
this
a
affliction.
thought.
Yeah, but I take the second dagger so that I have 2 throwing attacks.
I'm poking at the
I
entire
shall say the helmet looks like this. Proper spooky.
But not
If
the
you
Uwu
take-
helmet?
You take the dagger so you can throw it, Kelmorn?
Yeah.
Grayson would go over and he'd offer you his dagger and point out that this ornate dagger matches the cane, and you should throw this one instead. You want to?
Alright, I will add another dagger, and now I have 3.
Oh, fuck you. You can have my boring dagger. I want the fancy one.
You said it was ornate.
Yeah, but he's bored with it.
Yeah, it's still usable.
I know, but just think I could do this.
God damn it!
You could whip all 3
Wait,
daggers.
you
in
have
one
different
hand.
types of daggers. I thought.
I just added words to it. I just added the entry.
Okay, for a second there, I thought it was like, how many daggers have you claimed?
Alright, that's fine. You can have the decorated dagger.
Yeah, because if you're just gonna throw it, take this boring.
I will
one.
have the etched and ornate dagger. Yeah, remember, whenever you edit an entry into a weapon, you can just change whatever you want to it, like, hey, this
I
is
know,
not
but
cursed.
I was thinking like you had other daggers from earlier in the campaign. Like,
Nah, just what to start with.
as a man of culture, he wants you to throw the plain looking dagger. He wants to keep the fancy looking.
Oh,
one.
it's plain looking. Hang on.
Oh God, here we go again.
There we go. I just had to update the name. There we go.
Look, I spent all my money on the sword cane. You know,
As a bard, I may start adding more adjectives to my stuff.
the cane that kind of looks like a sword.
Yeah. Since I
No, sword that kind of looks like a cane. Excuse me.
I mean, once I got the old crusty crossbow, I then added that in as the faded light crossbow. The idea of it's just been sun bleached.
That's not. It's not slightly better at all.
I mean, downside, I'm not actually that good with a flute, you know. I mean, I can play a trumpet. It's basically the same principles. If anything, it's simpler. I mean, it should be a lot easier to get this one going, eh?
I will mention the brass knuckles are two, and you can actually duel with if you wish to.
So for a bonus action, I can second punch, basically.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
have both brass knuckles.
No damage mod on it, right? For the offhand
It's
attack?
+1, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
for the
second
bonus.
damage.
Well, no, I mean for the offhand attack, he doesn't get the added strength to it, right?
No, that
Yeah.
not that, but
Yeah.
he
Look, it's the last
does
one, yeah.
that. Yeah. So it's 1d6 plus 1. Yeah, you have thoroughly looted the property room. Where to next?
Hmm.
We haven't been down this way, have we?
There's a lot of directions we've not been.
That's just
Oh, that's outside.
Oh, okay.
Those are just barred windows.
Okay.
Was there any other doors in here or not back here?
Well, I mean, there's one right there.
Oh,
Yeah. No, back there are no other.
okay. So yeah, why don't we try the one that leads there?
All right.
You see him fidgeting for a moment, arranging his new dagger in his belt with his other one. Just,
I
is
put
it
my
sitting right? He shoots himself at Jailfer and just goes, "It's just sitting right. It doesn't look awkward that way, right? Doesn't look like my belt's too cluttered."
It looks fine.
Good, thank you.
Meanwhile, I just put my old sickle back and it's the new one's there. Oh, we're outside.
Yes. You see the back wall has completely collapsed. This has been where the fire has reached up from underground to the ground floor. You have a big jagged hole here. There are some moldering training dummies and other things like this, indicating this has been a training area for the guards originally.
Hmm.
And there is, you can also see the edge of the flooded sinkhole over here.
Here, Ilfrin lad, let's have a wee look down this hole, shall we?
Right?
Since we have our dark vision.
Yep, we take a looky loo.
Yeah, you look down and you can't actually see much aside from the fact that this must have been where the fire has raged the hardest. There is nothing left. And it just goes straight down into a puddle of water and charred walls. There is also a hallway leading west. Down there you can see that much, but not into the hallway or anything.
Alrighty.
That's gonna be great.
Or maybe it's a vent. You know, instead of a grate.
Where'd everyone go?
Up,
Looking
up and around and outside.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Here, over here to the left.
Is everyone else, Grayson,
Over here,
Sybil,
over here.
and
Then we
Yeah, I
went.
was
Tony,
I was
are you
getting
coming with them?
a drink, so yeah, I'm moving my token now.
I mean, it might be relevant if
Then we go through
for some
here.
reason someone gets ambushed.
It'll never happen.
Of course not.
It's like a Mogus, man. They always travel in packs.
Guess I will move Sybil up there to the others as well then. Because I don't think you would let
No.
the
Seems kind of
one
sus.
person with just one arm and one leg behind.
Civil just vented. Oh my god.
I saw her in engineering.
Careful, Pog fits down this hole.
I think all of us fit down that hole.
So,
Fillmore's a little wide in the waistband for being a half elf. And Johnny's
so
a
you keep
dwarf.
hanging out here?
No,
Well,
we're
I'm gonna
head-
be.
Yeah, we're gonna head. For
I'm
the
gonna be
next door.
suggesting. Yeah, we go in here.
Johnny, Draven, do you guys want to be up there?
Johnny, why don't you open the door?
Give Ilfrin a wee break.
Oh, he's been so good so far.
You open the door.
By the way, do make me perception checks.
That's great.
It's not bad.
It's all about the middle rolls.
Nah, it's all about the twos.
Alright.
Considering I'm blind as a fucking bat right now.
Still just checking out the scenery.
Nah, you're
looking
not
out.
in sunlight direct. You're still in the shadows. It's dim light, indirect light, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, anyway, you hear the noises of water dripping from the right of you.
Where the fuck could that be coming from?
Oh,
Out of the water.
Probably that.
Yes.
As he points his cane in the direction of the things coming out of the water.
Good,
There
good
appear to be
eyes on you.
monsters here.
Go get them.
Roll the initiative.
They're all yours, Grayson.
And Palabar, Draven,
Ooh.
and
3.14.
159.
Oh yeah, I should turn that on.
We really like rolling the same number.
It's a good number.
We keep meeting
A
in
lot of
this
single
place. It's weird.
digits. A lot of single digits on this track. Right
Where
yes,
is?
those that didn't roll
So all of us are just.
above a 10
Can I
perception.
go? Can I go twice this round?
What?
With initiative this
Double
bad, can I go
everyone's
twice?
Everyone's so slow. He gets a surprise round.
Almost.
I mean, I think this is one of the few times where I've seen the enemies roll lower than the players.
Yeah.
This is
Oh, there we go.
fast.
There's a tiebreaker bit. There we
Yeah.
go.
But yeah, these charred black skeletons rise out of the water. Steam rising from them. They march onward towards you. Slowly. Very slowly.
The moment when we're so confused at seeing each other, no one does anything.
No, I'm the only one in double digits.
In ambush? No way.
Grayson just looks at the party, looks back at the skeletons, looks back at the party, looks at the skeletons.
I'm trying to open the wall because I thought it was a door.
It's a wall that looks kind of like a door, yeah.
Hmm.
Did you order these? Did you? Who ordered these?
Let's not waste a good bolt or anything out there. Let's see here. Yeah. I'll just point to the lead one. And cast vicious mockery upon it. Oh ye, rattle on, mate, rattle on. So, Vatten.
Alright. Yes, it feels very insulted.
That makes perfect sense.
Well, it does mean disadvantage.
Yes.
And let's see. I'll get over here to get in front of Palabar. Unless, like does this spot count as well? Somewhere to stand?
Yeah, you can stand there.
All right.
It's just wait. No, there you would drop into the hole.
Yeah, okay then. So yeah, we're just walking away.
The next turn.
That'll be my turn.
That's those. That's all hole.
Listen, you're up. Go get him. Go on, lad.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave your friends behind.
Don't stand for this. Look at the hack of them fucks. Those might be the team's last combat for the day. We're pretty tapped.
Feeling pretty good.
Well, I've got no spell sauce left, and I don't think he's got many more dances in him.
I've got one more. I get equal to proficiency, so I hit that one.
It hits.
And then this one. So I'll roll that one first. And then
Okay, you pierce
that second one.
right between the ribs. Doesn't seem particularly effective to poke the skeleton with a bunch of holes.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a little help here, guys. Not really equipped to deal with this.
Well, you don't know. He might have osteoporosis.
And actually, as the fire jumps over to this other one and engulfs him, there is a cloud of steam and it bursts aflame.
Oh,
It is
Grayson,
now
that was a bad
burning.
idea. Bad idea. What are you doing, mate? Why'd you go in there?
He just kind of looks at you, shrugs while holding his cane, like, what the fuck was I supposed to do?
I know, I agree. I figured they were already burnt. So, not again, eh?
Anything else?
Have regrets.
Put my head between my legs and kiss my ass goodbye. I'm good.
All right.
Because my bonus action was my dancing.
Fuck. Because I was going to summon my wildfire spirit. That just ruined my day.
Maybe just hit him with a stick.
Maybe it was only green flame. Do an experiment. Find out.
Yeah, you've got red flame. Might be the color to put them off.
The skeleton
Well-
burns very red.
I don't know, when you see a burnt skeleton, you tend to think, oh, that's used up all its combustible fuel.
I want to hit the burning one.
Yeah, I thought I was doing good, but
Yeah.
apparently, yeah.
Apparently you're doing Malgurn.
You do hit it.
Yes.
Dance, skeleton, dance.
All three of them.
I was like, this is what I need to do right now.
Uh,
Although, boy, that was... You got a 5 on 2d6s. Not great. Not
Yeah.
terrible, but not great.
oh,
You failed.
that is
9 on fire, boy.
Oops. Didn't mean to click that, sorry.
this one, and he takes full cold damage, which does seem to do a number on the flames. As they dim down significantly.
He dimmed down in the dimmadome.
Hello.
You hide behind the person with one leg and one arm.
Yep.
I'm in full cover, right?
You are, yeah. Apart from the fact you're next to a hole. A hole is usually an absence of cover.
Well, unless these things can fly.
Yeah, I can take one more step. There you go.
Elmore just has such a look for you. Especially as you're doing this while rattling along in your scale mail with a shield up.
Oh, I don't have scale mail. No, I don't have scale mail.
Okay.
You have to remember, I'm a druid.
Yeah. I mean, they can wear medium, they just don't get the option to start with it.
Well, it's supposed to be no metal.
I know.
Wooden scale.
Yeah.
Now, I do have my very fancy cloak.
Actual scale mail. That's the thing, they say they can't wear metal armor, but then they'll give you options and alternatives.
Yeah. Which one did he insult?
This
This
one, I
one.
think.
Yeah. I can hit that with.
Well, there's a reason not to
Grayson
hit it,
standing
although
there, right?
well, there's a reason not to hit it, and it has a disadvantage on its next attack.
Hmm.
So something else might be more worthwhile to attack, like
And
the
I'm actually
fire
quite
one.
tanky in my current state.
The fire one's fine.
Plus, well, then again, these are going to break soon, so you could always just take them out of the equation. Yeah.
So, I'm actually going to go for the one that I think is closest as a threat, which is off on the lower right there. Yeah.
All right. Nope, that's a miss.
Whiff.
I just like how Palabar was going through rationalization of which target, which is my highest priority, and then misses anyway. It's careful deliberation here, but, you know, the actual execution is different from theory. It's different.
Should take True Strike.
No, I was tempted.
You don't get to laugh at that, Pan. You have True Strike.
It's
Whoever
in my
says you never use
pants.
it.
That's language, wording.
Once a day, he's able to use his trousers to cast True Strike.
Well, I guess that's me. Done. Good luck.
No, cheers, thanks. Your presence is noted.
I'm gonna pull out my short bow and aim at this one.
All right. That hit.
No sneak. And I will head down this way.
It scrapes the ribs.
And
The
that's
arrow
all I have.
Somewhere in the back. All right. Sybil.
Well, if you're going to stand back there, I could use a little help here.
Sure. What do you need?
I just need a little support while I pick up this somewhat heavy rock.
Okay. I assist.
This seems
Thank
like such
you.
a Pan move.
And then I will throw the rock at this one. It is a bigger than regular rock.
Yeah, rocks are goated.
Yeah. Does it half or not at all? It's a safer suck.
Yep.
Yep.
But it's a big damage. That's why.
The burning one, did you hit or
This guy.
this guy? Alright.
Balls.
That makes it exactly, yeah.
Damn it.
Yep. Oh,
If it had hit, it would have been gone completely. Obliterated.
It's a lovely try.
Surprise skeleton.
Anything else?
Nope.
Alright. Johnny.
Oh, I'm gonna just walk up and try out these new brass knuckles that are conveniently, I'm sure, not cursed.
You can only break your own bones
Yeah,
with
you
them.
hit. And it's gone.
I mean, you're doing the proper damage, so yeah. Meanwhile, I'm trying to stick them with a sword.
It's good. Now your eye hook. On the flaming one, maybe.
Ew, water. Ugh. I can't get there. I can't really use a. I mean, if I have a shield equipped, I can't really bonus action punch, can I?
Oh, no.
No.
Well, I'll just stand by my friend Grayson and try to distract the skeleton.
You could dual wield shields.
Ooh, just shove everything.
Alright. Very well. Skeleton's turn then.
To quote, forgot.
It's a little worrying that only one skeleton went down at this. We had the full
Yeah, I
drop
was
on them.
worried about wasting a dance on this combat, but
Yeah.
you know what? Worth it.
The joy of the burning skeleton seems to spread to the other skeletons next to it.
Oh boy. He's
I
making
should have action
friends.
surged. Ugh.
He's doing this while standing in water, and I'm calling bullshit.
It's just the lower half that's submerged.
Is he steaming from the bottom?
What?
Is there steam coming up from the bottom? Or is he just on fire
Yeah.
on top?
Yeah, they are steaming, and on top of that, and on top, they are burning. The part that's not underwater.
Right.
Gone. Alright, and they move to poke. Actually, I know. It's fine. You don't take the burning damage. But they move
Remember,
up.
that one has disadvantage.
It's this one,
Yeah, I'm just pointing out.
because this one got malgurned.
No, no.
It's just said so casually, it's just part of the lexicon now.
Mhm.
He is the only one of the
oh.
Raxus campaign that is going to be a legend.
Oh, no.
For all the wrong
Cornelius,
All the
reasons.
wrong reasons.
Cornelius and Rain are definitely notorious.
I don't know.
Notor-
Malgurn's getting a lot more exposure though.
When it becomes a verb, it's like Google.
Yeah, but if we bring
Yeah.
up, hey, I put a shiny here as a lethal trap, guess what? It worked. That's a Rain story.
Yeah, but that could also be a magpie.
And then we also have, for any immoral wizard story, we have Cornelius.
Nil, why do you have a clip for everything?
But yeah, they start scratching at you. 1 for Johnny, 1 for Grayson, 2 for Kelmo.
You get a scratch, and you get a
Misses,
scratch.
misses. I believe that misses.
Yeah.
Oh
Two
yeah,
with
that definitely
AC
misses.
Wizard 2. What the fuck did happen to your AC thing? What's 1.8?
Where?
Grayson token has 0.8125 AC, so he gets hit by everything.
What's for the zombie?
A
Th-
fleet
what-
landing on him does damage.
I mean,
You are the truest of wizards.
no, I tried to put in a macro or something for like
Uh,
mage armor, but it doesn't seem to have worked. But
Yeah, with mage armor and the dance.
I have
you're-
20.
you-
so
Yeah, that's a miss. And 2 for Kelmo.
I'm in full tank mode right now.
that's one hit.
That's 1 hit. That's 5 damage.
Whatever nasty.
And that's it.
Alright.
Yeah.
Rather unpleasant out there.
Oh yeah, you start your turn within range of the burning skeleton, meaning you take
Fuck's sake.
5 damage. 5 damage.
That's
Another
a
one.
lot.
Yeah, that's a high roll.
A lot for level 2.
Yes, these fuckers are nasty. Don't set them on fire.
I didn't.
I
Kind of my
successfully
thing,
did not.
okay?
It's my thing too, and I didn't do it once I saw you do it.
But you would have.
I would have if I hadn't seen it.
Right, we need to stuff these
Oh,
ones
wait.
out quick. But I can see what you're doing there, Johnny. I'll follow your example. I'll punch the non-burning one. Just deck it right in the chops.
Alright.
Make it dust.
The non-burning one, was it?
I'm not punching the one on fire, correct?
Alright, then this one is quite rattled. It does feel still hot to the touch and steaming, but it's not on fire yet.
If you
And
could
it's
stuff out the
total-
fire, that'd be real nice. I'll give a bardic inspiration as well to Palabar. Give him a chance. It's alright, you just take your breath in, keep it slow, and aim. That's my turn.
Alright. Grayson. Are you going to set them more on fire?
No. I'm gonna just do what I can to this one. It's probably not gonna be much, but
I mean, they've got red dots on them, you're pretty good.
Yeah. That hits. And tickles his funny bone.
and he's now under the effects of Booming Blade. He better stay.
Well, doesn't Booming Blade do initial damage too?
Not yet.
Not yet. Nah, only at higher levels.
Okay.
But they take my attack damage, and I don't think he's gonna move. But why the hell not?
If you don't move and Johnny doesn't move, he has little reason to.
Well, I'm not gonna try to set him on fire.
It can't get much
Set
worse.
everyone on fire, you know.
You mean you don't want to punch the fire thing with fire hands?
Cool.
I'm sorry, that was burning hands. My bad.
That it?
Yeah.
Elfrin.
Oh, nice of you to join me instead of hiding behind Sybil.
It's only for a moment. Loop. I think that hits.
Indeed.
Is it did?
Not yet, nope.
In which case, then, since I'm dual wielding, I would definitely be slicing this. Oh, shit.
Wait, you've got that wrong.
Hey.
Hang on, you've got your damage wrong.
Why?
You should be using dex on your damage.
We have
Fucking
just-
hell. I had just changed that. There we go.
Do you have at least 16 decks?
16 dice.
Decks.
Dex.
Terry.
I have 17 decks.
Yeah, then that's actually one more damage.
Yeah. That's why, yeah. I had set it up on the one, but I forgot to set it on the other thing.
Yeah.
Now for the sickle, I don't get the extra. It's 1d4. Thank goodness. Actually, okay.
And again, that one needs to be set to your dex for damage and your hit.
The
You
sickle
actually-
isn't.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The
it's
sick-
not-
Yeah, it's not a finesse.
You actually murder it. Decapitate it. Cut it in half. Whatever you wish to do with it.
Yeah, I would just be lopping the head off with the sickle.
Yeah. And the skeleton collapsed.
And then I move one more square this way, and that's it.
Alright. Palabar.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make the thing on fire be on fire slightly further away.
You want to run that one by me?
Eldritch Blast with Repelling Blast.
Okay, that's good. That doesn't involve setting it on fire more. Go ahead then.
Yes.
I was worried by the phrasing.
Okay, so I think this is set up to add the inspiration to the attack roll.
Well,
So
it's a
let's see
choice if
that.
you want to add it or not. You roll first.
Well, let's.
Yeah, just roll normally.
See, in this case, you would then decide to roll the d6.
And you would have to roll a 5 on the d6.
Way to spoil the ending.
I can try.
Might as well.
It's a 1 in 3 chance.
That is not any of those numbers.
Right, next time, eyes open.
And I move back slightly.
You'll be
You were
okay, right,
selling-
Kilmorn?
What's the look on Kelmorn's face right now?
You were saying, Kelmorn?
He's just quietly pulling his hat down, just taking a breath.
On
He
the
does get the
burning
sneak
one,
attack.
it's to- Okay, that will be 12, 6. Not quite a Mulgurn.
Okay, and I will start moving up this way.
Alright. Sybil. They all look very much not okay, the skeletons.
Oh,
Very crispy, but about to fall over.
we forgot. Grayson started his turn inside one of the auras.
Shut up! I'm within two. I'm two of them next to me. Shut up! Shh.
Grayson.
I wasn't even
Fucking
aware
hell.
there were. I wasn't even aware there were R's. What did I miss?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grayson, you take 2.
Okay. I wasn't even aware there were R's, but ow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't stand next to fire bitches.
Don't know how good this will be, but I'll try.
Oh no.
Nope. That doesn't do anything.
I figured.
The burning skeleton.
He's just. You can see there's a moment where he's just about to, raise the finger and speak, and then looks back to see it's Sybil, and then just quietly pulls the hat down further and just sinks a bit.
Well, I only have firebolt.
I
What do you
didn't.
expect?
I didn't say nothing. I didn't say a word. I'm just.
I'm just trying.
It's just fighting with fire is not always a literal phrase.
Johnny, take 4.
That could have gone way worse.
You can thank me later.
Well, first I'm gonna murder these skeletons. Ah!
I mean, you
First
could
on
have you could have shot you with a crossbow or anything like that. There, hurt for a stone maybe.
start with the one above.
Yes,
that
it
hits.
does hit.
Huh.
And it's dead. With a vengeance.
Yeah, I'm probably was gonna action surge. I'm gonna action surge and disengage and then leave.
I mean, you could always second wind and punch it again.
It still might kill me.
I forget that he's a fighter.
Actually,
I keep thinking he's a monk.
Yeah, if you second wind, then action surge, you can punch it again.
I could actually. No, that wouldn't work. I need one more action. Fuck it. I'll first of all second wind, see how that goes.
Yeah. See if it's worth it.
Woo! Now it can't kill me. I'm gonna action surge and punch it again. I'm still alive.
Grayson takes 8 damage.
Move on Grayson's turn.
And then I will dive into the water.
So 8 damage. Fuck you.
No, because remember it's on. Oh yeah, fire and death. I can't fucking do it.
I mean, Grayson obviously looks like more of a tempting target, right?
You know, I have all this AC, but when shit like that happens, it doesn't matter.
Oh, good, it missed. Fantastic. Right, I saw what just happened there. I am disengaging. I am backing my way up. Someone take that fucking thing out. You know what? I'll give you a chance. I'll give you one more chance. Palbar, eyes open, slow breath. Keep your hand steady. On you go.
In
That's my
terrible
turn.
rolls.
Alright.
Don't you have a ray of frost?
I got nothing ranged. Jesus.
You don't? You don't have a ray of frost?
Nope. All my cantrips have the word blade in them. It
You've
was
got a knife.
Deliberate... yeah, I could. But no, it's pretty.
Throw a fucking knife.
It'll melt.
You know.
So how does throwing a knife work?
It's just an attack with a knife.
And on your
Yeah.
sheet, it should say dagger thrown.
Yeah, and you
Like
can
20
even
feet
use
range?
the Dex modifier just as normal because of the finesse.
It's totally gonna fall down the hole.
It's falling down the fucking hole.
It's going down the hole.
Directly
is.
down.
You've never done that before, have you?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
So, yes, alright.
Did it go down the hole?
Yes, it did go down the hole.
Fuck me.
During that turn, Kelmorn goes prone as he just sits down.
Let me just delete that nice ornate dagger I traded. Fuck.
No,
Well, no, we'll find it down there.
Yeah, we'll
Still
get
in the
it.
hole?
Don't worry.
I hope nothing steals while it goes down there.
Oh, it's fine down there. You can just go now. No worries, no problems.
So Grayson, there you go.
I got nothing. Just a second.
I've noticed.
Oh, fucking hell. I don't want to get right up in its fucking face because I don't want to get a shit ton of damage. You know what? Fuck it. I'll do the safe option. Right now. Where I want to use my spell. I back up 2 steps. Unfortunately, I did not crit, but
It is still very much dead. It just
yeah,
has points left.
there you
And
go.
it
I'm safe.
matters even if you roll damage.
And then I come back over and I dust myself off. That's how you do it.
Well,
That's how you throw a knife.
I suppose you can roll damage. You could still roll a 1. No. You kill it.
Grayson waits till you're not looking in his direction, then he flips you Peace Among Worlds.
Johnny's blowing bubbles in
Or
the pool.
the realm equivalent.
Yep, that's how you throw a knife.
That's not a knife.
Well, that were a learning experience in many ways.
Yeah, and now we've armed the prisoners.
No, we can just. We have rope. Somebody has rope, right?
You know what? That sounds like a problem for tomorrow. I am a bit out of breath, out of spells. I reckon we could get back here tomorrow.
Well, one thing, if we have rope, why don't we just try to loop it down and get the dagger up while we can?
All
It's not
the
a claw
prisoners.
machine.
It's just a dagger.
It wasn't even that pretty, to be honest.
I more meant we could fish it
Because
up.
it
I didn't mean we
actually-
should go down there.
I'm good. I'm really good.
Actually,
Leave-
Johnny, you're a bit of an angler, eh?
Oh, I do actually have my pole on me.
See, that's a great idea.
Yeah, sure, whatever. He's just kind of leaning on his cane, like, for fuck's sake, can we leave?
Can I get a light down there?
You're trying to fish out the dagger with your fishing pole.
Yep.
We can cast light on the hook.
Yeah, that works.
Let me show
First
you
minute,
something.
Johnny.
The sound of pain.
I can send my dancing lights down there so that you can see down there all the time.
I did mention there's a puddle below.
Oh no! Wait, am I gonna catch Gollum?
No, you might catch the puddle.
That's what you roughly see down there.
Okay, so the dagger's probably underwater.
Yeah, it didn't look like it knew how to swim.
So, do we see the dagger, or is it just a puddle?
No, it's just
But never
darkness.
mind.
Utter
It's
dark.
fine.
Never mind yet. Now we can go home.
Specifically since the dagger was also thrown from north to south, and that's
Hmm.
where the most water is.
It's alright, we'll get it. We're going down there tomorrow. But for now,
I could try for a fish.
nah, not from down there.
Okay, I'll reel it back up.
It's a nasty wee mud hole. You're not going to get anything worthwhile out of it. Or maybe a leech, but that's an acquired taste.
I'm surprised Ilfrin isn't jumping in.
Maybe a skeleton too.
Did you actually say that?
He probably did.
You see Ilfrin turn, and you know, he has those red eyes, and you can almost swear that there's fire in those eyes as he glares at you. He glares down at you, which is very rare for him because he's not that tall.
Why are you looking down there? My eyes are up here.
Well, no, because he's a no.
I know, but it's Palavar. He doesn't think he's short.
He thinks everyone's obsessed with his crotch.
But yeah, what shall the next steps be?
Let us be off before I strangle the gnome.
Yeah, we need to rest.
Aye, we're
That
well
rhymes
tapped
with
out,
home.
and this one's just not going to be a lead laid down a picnic. I think it's time to put up our feet back at the manor.
I assume you're going to go the way you already know back.
Of course.
Yeah. The safe way.
Presumably.
You thought. Yeah.
Presumably safe.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Forget anyone. So. So.
Oh, this is one of them automated flight paths. It does it itself. Sweet.
One of those treadmills at the airport. It goes woo, all the way along.
It's like I'm playing an MMO. Just click, travel.
Okay. You go back to Ravengrove. Limping back. Looking pretty rough. I assume.
Definitely seen better days.
Ilfrin is definitely going to adjust his cloak so that it has a nice high collar around the fucking brand.
Grayson's just thinking, man, if I had 2 canes, I could just.
Palavar would have to walk around like some sort of gangster guy to cover up his tattoo.
No, taller socks.
Taller socks right up to a waistband.
Yeah. As you stumble back, fortunately there's not much activity on the way to the Lorma residence. As you come down, singed, burned, branded, and generally torn apart. But Kendra does indeed notice it as you stumble into the manor, and she comes down to greet you. By the gods, what happened to y'all?
Ah, it's not that
He rushes
bad,
over
really.
to you.
Ilfrin got the worst of it. We had a wee look around the prison.
Hey, one of those things exploded on me. Excuse me. Yeah.
Did you know you could set skeletons on fire?
Yes.
I do now.
A second time, apparently. They've already been burnt.
Let's see. We had a room full of spiders. We had haunted manacles. We had a haunted straitjacket. We had a very lovely conversation with a ghost.
Haunted branding iron.
No sarcasm. We did have a lovely conversation with a ghost.
Yeah, that was not sarcasm. And yes, I'm very well aware of the haunted branding iron.
Yeah.
No.
Then the flaming skeletons. That was about it.
Did you mention the spiders? You might not have forgot. You might have forgotten about the spiders. They caught you pretty badly.
You say how the whole
didn't-
room was full of them?
I did not forget about the
No,
spiders. thank
the
you
whole
very
room
much.
of them was filled with Ilfrin.
There's blood everywhere.
As you continue talking, Kendra gets paler and paler and starts to push you into the various seats, cushion seats, couches, etc.
It's all right. I can walk on my own. It's fine. I just got a wee bit scuffed.
Please. Please,
No,
I
no.
don't want you to die.
No, I'm perfectly fine.
Well, we
Like I said,
won't.
it's the rest of them that's
Careful, I
taking it a bit worse. I'm all right here.
Ah, speaking of which, we have to start your lessons, Kendra. You need to learn how to defend yourself.
Oh no.
What?
I don't know if you can get in on that because
No,
she's offering all this like comfort and grace. And it's like, yes, can I have another pillow, please? Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh man, it's
she
tough.
provides pillows.
I'm sure Palabar is pointing out that he has gone for the worst, obviously. He is so damaged and scuffed, and there's like a
He's
graze on the
totally-
back of his hand.
He's
I
totally
died.
hamming it up. He's totally hamming it up. For this girl.
Kelmorn
Oh, it
helped
was
with that.
It was terrible. They were everywhere, but I fought them off. They were exploding. It was yes, a couple.
He
of
didn't need die. He just lost consciousness for a wee bit because we were trying to remove that cursed brand he's got on him, but I healed him up.
Yes,
Speaking
sir.
of, you two should probably walk yourselves down to Pharasma Temple with an escort.
I volunteer Draven.
Well, I mean, they might be able to do something, but please stay away from this place. I already lost my father there. I don't want to lose you there as well.
No, we're kind of oath-born in this case. If I have the nastiest ones are still lingering and causing issues, and more importantly, the ghost of the warden's wife. She noticed the ones in robes. They were going on through here, and she says they're the ones who did your dad in. So we need to find out more.
Wait, she knows what happened to my father?
She didn't know much more
What
than
did
the
she
fact
say?
that, like I said, she saw the prison got these ones with robes in it, part of a whispering away. You know the ones in the journal. All they said was they killed an older looking man. Certainly.
Well,
Certainly he's the only body found recently. I'm pretty sure we've got that there.
I suppose that makes sense. What? Do you know anything about what this cult had to do there?
Well, they're the ones who
Well-
put the symbol up that he was studying.
As far as we know, the symbols had something to do with removing the warden spirit from the grounds,
Aye,
which then would free the spirit of the prisoners to cause havoc.
they've also kept a hold of the warden's spirit and took him with them.
Correct.
Strange.
So we've got multiple things going on, and you don't have to fret. We're doing just fine. We're more than capable.
Look at all this cursed shit we got.
I mean, you
Look at
don't
this
really
hand.
look that okay.
Oh no, I'm fine.
Shit.
I mean, I'm only missing 4 HP points.
We've-
It's just I have the big brand across my neck.
We've been through worse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure we have. I definitely have.
I'm going to do worse with forearms.
As he looks at Grayson, there's the only one he's really doubting. Johnny looks at it, he thinks,
Never-
oh yeah, he's an old hand at this here. Grayson probably not had this big of a hit.
Never thrown a knife.
I can assure you that is nothing compared to the Underdark. It's fine.
That was a nice knife. It's weird too, for like all its decorating, that was all pretty much contributing towards his aerodynamics.
Hey, you want some lessons, Grayson? We can help.
If anything, it should have been easier to throw.
I would appreciate it if you would not spend that much time there.
It's rather
You've
important.
been there all day. Barely seen you, and just now that you've returned, you're all scratched up.
It's just, like I said, it's just a few E-marks. It'll be fine. We can walk all this off.
We could limit it to a few hours per day, though. That's not a bad idea.
I agree. That can make sense. In the
Yeah, we
morning
can-
hours.
Yeah, and then we can bond with the townsfolk and make friends or whatever people do.
Yes, that sounds like a good idea. People have been asking me asking questions about you. what you're doing here. They're quite kind of suspicious. Perhaps it
Well-
would help if you would just talk to them a bit.
We had noticed, aye.
To put them at ease. Make them less
Oh,
troublesome
certainly.
for me and yourselves.
Well, like, once I rest this off, I can put on my glad rags, give him a wee bit of a strum out there.
There's got to be a few fighting fans in town.
I think it'd probably be a good idea for me to try to get this off before I have a conversation with the townsfolk.
Well, it does look quite jarring.
And I already have a point against me in that regard.
The red eyes aren't not really good at the initial impressions.
Yeah,
Or
take
the
a
dark
hat
skin.
off.
Oh, the dark skin's fine.
I will say one advantage of the people here being not particularly well educated is they don't make much distinction between an elf and a dark elf. I mean, both are viewed with suspicion, but I don't think
My
they would
reputation
treat
has
them-
not preceded me.
Aye. Means I'm half as
Oh,
suspicious
there
as
you
you.
No, these are country bumpkins. Mostly, they wouldn't know an elf from a half elf.
Well, the
That
real
means that,
secret's in length of years.
And the
the
width.
temple might actually be a decent bet, though.
Yeah.
I was half wondering if I was going to get turned away from the temple.
No, Father Grimburrow is a nice one.
He's already met us anyway.
He might charge you a bit, but he will provide service to anyone who asks nicely.
That's fine. I've got plenty of coin. Well, if we're going for a walk, heading on down to the temple, I look over at Pog. I assume you want to come as well, yes?
Sure.
It's to get
Unless
the
you
How
wanna
much
stay
coin do you
branded?
have?
He sighs. You don't have any coin.
We're not at the university. I can't go down to the bursar's office now, can I?
He gives a very long pause. I can cover you.
Very well.
I will point out you have plundered both the
Yeah, but we need to
Property
fence that
law.
shit, really. We need to go to
and you have also the stuff you stole from the Pharasma crypt.
Yes, but carrying actual money on your person is very common. You have people
Well,
for that, or you write checks.
in that case, I'm just going to say, can I take money from the general funds to cover him?
As we look at our general
I'll-
funds, a pile of paintings and a box with a scarab on it.
Things you could sell in the general store.
I mean, after, because I assume somebody's probably going to take those and sell them. Would it be all right if I get reversed his costs?
Yeah. They're also moneylenders.
I
Well, I mean, I have money to cover him. I'd rather just cover him.
I could probably get a shot of that lot easy enough. I'm just gonna... Well, what I'm gonna do is... I'm gonna get this bottle of wine here, and once the cork comes out, I will not do much more until the bottle is drained completely, then head out, do a little show, get rid of those goods, and see about, embracing a bit of goodwill.
Yeah, you should get 2 bottles then.
No, one will be enough. I just need to be... Not soldered or pissed, I just need to be... just pleasantly dazed, Get a little bit of a buzz. Just nicely drunk.
That sounds
I-
nice.
I look to Kendra and ask if she wants to accompany for the walk.
Say the last part again.
If she wants to accompany us on the walk.
Yes, I will.
Hmm.
It should help with Father Grimburrow as well, if I can speak for you.
It'd be most appreciated.
At which point, Kelmorn pulls the cork out with his teeth, fires up into the air, and lets it catch in the peak of his hat. Ah, yes, I'm getting berries, I'm getting Sozzled. Yes, this'll do nicely.
Jabrin will take out his tankard, and he's gonna have a drink also.
Right then. Yes, that leaves Draven, Kelmar, Grayson, Sybil, and Johnny alone at the residence for now
Yeah, basically,
to drink to
Elmore-
their hearts.
yeah, basically the intent is to have a short rest and then go out into town.
Alright.
Just in case something goes wrong, I'd like to have more than 8 hit points.
I actually have 15, so I'm not worried.
Jesus.
We're good.
Yeah. You do arrive at the Pharasma Temple.
Oh, wait, I can also do the Song of Rest.
Right, and as you come up, Father Grimbarrow, this lovely fellow, you remember him?
This partial goblin.
He greets you. Ah, good afternoon, Kendra. What is the issue? And I see you've brought 2 of your friends? Or rather, the professor's friends with you?
Ilfrin is back to wearing the high cloak so that everybody doesn't see, and he gives a very polite nod.
Yes, they do seem to have an issue of sorts that might require your expertise, your holy magic.
We ran
you-
into some possessed, heated pokers that have caused a rather unfortunate incident.
Oh, pokers, you say?
He pulls down the part of the cloak to display what has transpired.
Ah, I see. It does look like a prisoner's brand?
That would be correct. A bit of haunted nonsense.
See.
And
Let
he's
me
got
try
it. I point down at Pog's leg. He's got one down there.
I see. Let me try something. He reaches out to you and places his hand on you. Seems to cast a regular healing spell, which does nothing. Huh. Curious.
Yes, we've tried a regular healing spell. I thought about it a little bit, but I don't think a restoration would suffice. As a matter of fact, with Pog here, they tried to remove it by slicing it off and then casting a healing spell. That also did not work.
I see. Can you
I would
tell me a
assume-
bit more about where you got this?
Here we have a pickle. How much trouble will it be to do this? I looked at Kendra like if I should respond.
She shrugs, doesn't seem to be too worried.
Gotta be careful if you lie to a priest that got a direct line to the guy above.
So do I. He just gives a little bit of a shrug and says, well, we wanted to check out where the professor had passed, and we found those out there.
Oh, so you have been to Harrowstone as well.
Hmm.
Dangerous place, strange place. We try to avoid it usually.
I can see why. It's certainly haunted.
So you've experienced the ghost problems before?
I cannot say we have until recently. Usually they've always kept to themselves. As to my knowledge, these haunts, these unquiet spirits usually remain where they used to be. In that same room, same place. They can't leave. Which
But it
makes it
seems-
worrisome. They are actually now stirring up trouble here. What the folks in town tell is true.
I did see last night some cards bursting into flames over at the tavern.
Hmm.
So whatever is
Yes.
happening quickly.
Yes, no idea what caused it. Unfortunately, neither me nor my acolytes are any good at fighting ghosts, or not particularly hardy as well. I don't dare venture into Harrowstone myself if it's really haunted, like you say, not without some sort of escort or anything. Actually, I would rather send some paladin. I would send for Lepidstadt to have a more adept priest, inquisitor, or paladin take a look into the matter. But you said you got these brands from Ghost of Sorts?
The pokers were haunted. We stepped into the room to investigate what was going on, and then they came to
Oh.
life.
Well, let me try one more. And he does again try to cast a spell. But the brand remains.
Hmm.
Well, that is unfortunate. But if it is indeed caused by a haunt, usually these sort of effects end once you lay the haunt to rest.
Hmm.
So if you can find what causes the haunt and put the unquiet spirit at ease, the brands should vanish as well. Alternatively, I could provide you with a much more powerful spell, but those are fairly expensive. At several hundred gold
Hmm.
per casting. So
I don't believe that was. Yeah, I don't have the funds for that at the moment. I suppose we'll have to go. We were already planning on trying to put the haunts to rest, so theoretically, that seems to be the most direct option.
yes, it is usually the best option. You would also do our goddess a service by guiding the unquiet spirit to its deserved rest.
Very well. It just seems like for the moment, I'm going to have to invest in a very nice scarf.
That would probably be a good option. I do not think such as prisoners' brands such as these are good to show off around town.
I quite agree with you. I was hoping it would be solved in short order, but sometimes we can't get what we want in life.
I mean, if you tell Benjamin about it, I'm sure he will understand. He's a nice enough fellow. But I can't speak for the townsfolk. They've
Yeah.
been rowdy lately.
Well,
And easy.
with the things going on, it's no surprise. I would be uneasy as well. It's understandable. But
Indeed.
yes, I suppose.
I would usually ask for a donation, but given that I couldn't actually help you, I shall simply give you my blessing and hope you will find a way.
He hands over 10 gold anyways.
Oh, much appreciated.
He just gives a polite nod and
Yeah.
back home I have an acolyte myself, I understand. Thank you ever so much. I greatly appreciate what you tried to do.
You're welcome.
He turns and takes his leave.
Right? Kendra comes with you. Of course. And I assume Pog follows. Well.
hmm
I'm sorry, he couldn't help. Rather, that was so expensive.
Well, I mean, it It's understandable. And with our current goal of trying to rid the prison from its hauntings, I suppose this should all settle out in the end.
I believe so. But as I said, don't take any unnecessary risks. It's a dangerous place, apparently.
We'll be
I mean,
cautious.
Grayson was barely walking anymore. He looked like he was set on fire.
Oh, he had been.
Uh,
And to be fair, he also set one of them on fire, which is why he was on fire.
okay, that is indeed unsettling.
It was a. You can't fault him on that one because I was about to do the same thing and he just did it before I did. So I'm very glad he did it instead of me. So
It's almost like someone put the skeletons underwater to keep them from catching fire.
I mean, it is a haunted prison that was set on fire and the people burned to death in a fire. I think it is just reasonable that they lash out with the same thing that killed them.
agreed. I just wish there was slightly less haunted straight jackets, and I wish Grayson. Ugh, sorry, I can't talk. I wish Grayson hadn't stabbed me in the attempt to get it off.
What?
Yeah, that happened. So it was a haunted straight jacket. It wrapped me up.
Yeah.
And then he was trying to, of course, kill the straight jacket, and it didn't occur to him that I was in the straight jacket.
Yeah. She starts looking you over where you were stabbed.
It's quite all right. I got healed up.
And she probably finds all of the spider bites as well.
Probably, yeah. The funny thing is, I looked the most okay, and I went through the most shit.
Yeah. You might need new clothes or someone to fix your clothes.
I do suppose it wouldn't hurt to pop by the general store.
I mean, I could try my hand at it as well. Some of my education involved some weaving and tailoring as well. I mean, not much, but I did try my hand at it.
He thinks it over for a sec. He's like, well, I would never impose upon you by asking for something like that.
Ah, nonsense. You are my father's friend. The least I could do is help you a bit out. Besides, it will do me good to keep myself busy.
He gives a nod and then just says, well, I appreciate the offer.
Meanwhile, Pog just trounces along, listening in.
Poor Pog.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. I think at this point you would be back at the Lorimar residence now.
Do you have any spare socks? And I'd say long socks, but they would end up just being socks.
Do you have any normal person socks, which would be long socks?
You don't have to say it that way.
I mean, I do have some socks, but I'm not sure if you want to wear my socks.
I think he's more asking about your father's socks.
Yes, I could have some of those as well. I'm not sure if they would fit you, but you can certainly try, if they do.
I deign to look up and, looking at Elephant. Oh, you didn't want to see me in her socks?
He gives you a look. He doesn't dignify it with the response, but he gives you a look.
Because it kind of sounds like you're trying to get in her socks.
Wait,
Zing!
she has gone off now, yes?
Yes. Yeah,
He
I'm not
gives
going to
you-
say that in front of her, but
Good idea. He just gives you a look and says, I'm trying to be polite. And she's a very lovely woman. And he leaves it at that.
With a very lovely inheritance.
No, he doesn't care about the inheritance, but
Uh-huh.
no, he doesn't care for that.
I knew the drow were here trying to steal our women.
He is actually.
I mean,
That's another one of the reasons he's out.
yes, just for once, less literally.
With less screaming and kicking and poison.
Well, you don't know what
less
she's
raiding,
into.
more party.
He's looking for either an elf or a human. As long as they're not drow elf.
So you are ruling out gnomes.
Oh yeah. And dwarves.
This specific gnome, definitely.
Gnomes and dwarves have been ruled out. Humans, elves,
Kelmorn's still on the table.
He's a bard,
Tiefling-
yes.
Tiefling are also on the table.
Usually.
That's just a human.
You have to fight
Just
off the
look like that.
dragonborn that they've got, though.
What about orcs?
No, that's off the table.
They don't live long enough.
Ogres.
That's off the table. He's looking for a certain subset. Currently, the only thing on the table are surface elves and humans.
So you're saying he's
And
racist, gotcha.
Yes.
So no drow
Big
woman.
surprise, the drow is racist.
Specifically against dwarves and gnomes.
And ogres and orcs. God, it's just a long list here. Next you're going to say you don't want goblins or hobs.
Correct.
Probably against tabaxi and other things as well.
He doesn't care about those. He has nothing against tabaxi. Just
And
yeah.
Middle
Let me think. Yeah, basically, yeah. Obviously, the orcish kind. No, he's not.
Can we
and don't get me
establish
wrong,
that
if-
Palabar has asked this while we're walking? It's just like a
Not while they're
checklist.
Because he's not going to say that before the daughter.
What about
Well-
Tritons?
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah. You can barely tell them apart from sea elves, according to fan artists.
No, his whole point is orcish bloodline. No, dwarves, gnomes. No, everything else.
So that's not ruling out halflings, got you.
He probably wouldn't bed one, but he has nothing. He has no objection to halflings.
Yeah. Alright. Do the rest of you want to talk about anything specific? While Kendra is out with the other two.
Johnny will grab a bottle of wine and sit down next to Kelmorn real quick. Hey, Kelmorn, you're going on to the town, right?
Aye, a wee bit. I'm not going on a full rip.
Oh, no, just, I'm thinking. Somebody in town has to know who killed Lorimer. There's no
Well-
way there's a whole spy network with nobody in town.
Well, it's not just that there. We've also got the fact that there's, a whole cultist organization and whatnot. And someone painted that big V and all that there.
It has to be somebody in town. I would think at least one person knows.
Probably more than a handful. And don't forget about that thing Ilfrin talked about with burning cards and then there's noises down below. Could be a
Right.
whole wee network there.
How do you flush out a spy? Pop quiz.
You don't go up and ask them, are you a spy? I've tried that one before. It doesn't really work.
You know they have to tell you if they are. It's the law.
Exactly, but they don't uphold to it. It's just there's no honor there.
Nasty things. Oh well. Just keep an eye out, I guess.
Best we gotta do is just keep an eye out for what information they'll let slip. Like it's a case of, we know what we know. And we're not really sharing that out, so we've got to know, if someone talks to us and just lets slip something that we've not let out, now we know that they know more than we do. But we know it.
But we know they know we know. Upon us knowing that we know we'll know some information.
And we just need to make sure that they don't know that we know. It's an intricate
Could be a
way
hard
to
one.
know. Yeah, this is
Because
why
they know
honestly
we know
I prefer,
something.
this is why I prefer dealing with drunken yahoos and lights just in a bar.
Yeah, violence is usually the answer, but not this time.
Well, plus, it's a bit easier to look more impressive that way. I once caught Sybil's eye out there. There was this half-orc bloke. He was a good, roughly about he was about half of you on top of me. But you know what he had? Glass knees.
Cool. Literally.
Not literally, I don't know a spell I got there, but pretty much metaphorically. He didn't get up immediately.
Oh, good on you.
But and then we've got the thing with these 5 notable gimmicked killers.
Yeah.
We still don't have any clue about the Moss... what was it here? The Mosswater Marauder. That sounds fancy, doesn't it? That sounds like a stealthy killer, eh?
Oh, we could go back to the books, or we could maybe ask the ghost again.
As we just both eye across... We both eye the pile of paperwork that we've been using as a coaster for our wine bottles.
I'm sure nothing dripped onto it.
We could go back to those. Yes, you're right there. Probably go to fresher piles. I didn't find a whole lot in there.
There's a whole library, right?
What do you think, Sybil? Grayson? Raven? There's a lot of you just sitting around here. What are you doing?
Where's your bottles of wine?
Hey.
He points to the glass he's holding. I got it right here.
It's very small.
Yeah, tiny bottle.
I was
shape,
planning to go try and calm the people.
Well, I was going to do a wee bit there myself. I mean, in the form of a hopefully profitable performance, but you know. Get the roof shaking. Give them a good old hoedown.
You see Draven kind of just reading a book while taking sips out of his tankard.
Gilmore's leaning across to make sure, just checking the book is the right way around. Because he remembers the last time that Draven was looking through books. I think he's copped it. I think he's learned.
That's quick. It took me like 100 years to learn how to read.
You don't look that old.
Oh, I'm ancient.
Really?
I hope I die soon.
And Grayson's just giving you the side eye, like...
I'd expect you to have more of a, you know, a bit of a chin scruff.
Oh, I could grow a beard. I think.
Well, being a dwarf, I'm pretty sure you could, aye. Just, you know, I'm noticing a noticeable lack of it.
I mean, I don't know. I read somewhere there are some dwarves that can sometimes not grow beards. I think, in a book. Yeah.
That's probably where you'd read stuff, aye. Can't fault you on the logic there. It's a believable story.
No, I used to just shave it. It felt unfair going against people with a beard. It punched me in the face. It's like padding. It's not fair.
Oh, it'd be a good dense one in it, aye. So, what were you thinking of calming the people down? Just a nice wee teaside chat, love?
Just speaking with them, mostly. I mean, we did just basically come into town for a funeral, and we haven't really gotten to know many of the people. And then, of course, there are the activities we've been through, so it could pay to let them know exactly what we're doing and such.
Well, sounds like the three of us have an evening planned. Who else wants to join in?
I could go. Why the heck not?
I'll stick around.
Well, stick around the house or stick around with us?
Stick around with you.
Alright, that's good. Because I've noticed there.
He taps his tankard one more time and it just fills up.
Alright. Oh, that's a nice.
Oh.
I don't think so. Will forgive me if I had something like that.
Grayson will try to invite Kendra out. Yeah. Maybe she fancies a dance.
Damn it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Hang
Wait,
on.
is there competition?
Hang on. This might require some dex rolls to see who gets to invite her first. Because it sounds like Johnny's in there as well.
Johnny has to intervene. Nobody, these people are being so rude. No, nobody gets it. He's cock blocking.
Like this would have to be an initiative when we actually get back there to see which three of us does it first.
But what if Draven is able to do it sneakily? While they're arguing, he's just able to walk past her and sleight of hand a note into her pocket.
Johnny just has to do it louder.
I will also point out Johnny and Sybil both have known Kendra for 10 years or so, since she was a teenager.
Yeah. That's why Johnny wants to stop these people from asking her out.
2 days after her dad died. after Dad's funeral,
At least wait a week, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
No, her dad actually died 19 days
That's why I
ago.
corrected the funeral. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he hasn't asked her out. He's waiting patiently.
Grayson isn't.
Apparently not.
I mean, dark elves live longer. They've got more time.
Although he would ask her to dance, but he wouldn't ask her out.
So, does Ilfrin go with as well?
He would be willing to go with. Although he would ask if we can pop by the general store to get a scarf.
Well, that was one of the ideas. We go fence this lot. And then with our ill-gotten gains, we go to an old hootenanny.
That sounds wonderful.
And I've been looking for... And I've seen that on your belt there, Johnny.
Some of you might want to change clothes as well, given it's all pretty scrap or singed.
That's a good point, that there. I should probably change before we go. I'll be back in a tick. And making use of the entertainer's garb, he returns as the full peacock. Bright red blazer with full tails that have feather trim to them. Simple, refined black trousers, however, they have bear fur at the foot of them, which then connect to the shoes attached to it. His hat is basically an angular triangle. It's like a tricorn, but stretched out long. The point goes about a foot in front of him. And it is a lot of short but dense feathers around the edge. There we go. I'm feeling a bit better now. Always look good in the glad rags. What do you think?
How do you feel good in that?
Oh, I'm light. I'm fancy-free and frisky.
Pog reappears with socks that now disappear up under his shorts.
And somehow extend to his wrists.
I take one look. It's like, did some court lose its jester?
Well,
Skin would lie.
Well, actually, yes. Both counts, but that's a wee bit different. I've played in a few refined places. Look, it's a case of fashions change, trends change, people pick up on certain things, and you know what? Some looks, as he, adjusts his lapels out there, some looks never grow old because of their distinctive qualities.
That look won't be in style in this town for another 40 years.
Oh, it'll be longer than that, so I'm going to bring it here, give him a glimpse of the future.
I mean, he's got a point, though, because, again, there are some theories that say time could be cyclical. It could come back around.
Nope, straight line.
God damn it.
You have wheels on the bottom of those shoes you can roll around?
Nah, I couldn't do that. I've got to keep my stance straight for my music playing. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Let's get the hell hurdy-gurdy out. He starts to beat to this here. There are ghostly shapes that appear around it and then solidify into very appealing dancers. A couple of male, a couple of women.
I was waiting for the inevitable. He pulls out the hurdy-gurdy. For some reason, a monkey on a leash comes with it.
That's a different instrument.
One of the dancers has a notable resemblance to Sybil. There's my backing crew all ready for me.
Use some more dwarves in there,
I've done... it's hard to imagine them, you see. That's the thing. I've got to keep them in my head when I cast the illusions.
I'm right here.
Aye, but it's just seeing them dance, it's not really come up a whole lot. Usually I've seen them, around a long table. Thumping their tankards and all that there. Not really pumping the feet about. I can change a few of these to more sort of elven nature, certainly woodlands. Although some of the dances get a bit risque if I go just off memory. Then humans, of course, no bother. I've got one or two wee tieflings in mind. I've got one Goliath, still sort of hazy, but as you can see, he's losing a bit of definition in the face. It's kind of hard to keep focused on that one. But look at the great Galutin steps he's got there. Look at him go.
Yeah, I assume Pog will also come with.
Yes.
And not stay alone.
Pog.
Yeah, I definitely would change. The only thing I really have as a spare would be my cleric's vestments. But I mean, mine is not obviously cleric outfit, so it's just very nice outfit.
Yeah. I think
Grayson just has a trunk full of the same suit 5 times. He's an adventure game protagonist.
I was about to say, nope, it's a mistake, that Grayson would probably have to change as well.
It's the school uniform. He just got like just 5 of them in a trunk somewhere.
Yeah, literally, my cleric vestments are. I wouldn't wear the mask because that would just be weird. Form-fitting black pants, a black silk shirt, and leather boots.
Meanwhile, there's a nice little clicking beat to Kelmorn's steps as you see that there are some actual sharpened claws on his boots that help tap out on the tiles and floor.
Fancy.
Very
Connie's
fancy.
just wearing like a burlap sack for pants and like a basic shirt tunic.
You swap out your potato sacks for turnip sacks.
No, it's that time of season.
Yeah, anyone who talks, he tends to go through different variations of the illusionary dancers.
Alright. So, anyway, as you eventually enter the general store and pass through the evening crowd, mainly people slowly making their way to the Laughing Demon Tavern, but some also to the Outward Inn, one next to you, that's also a place where people go. But yeah.
You said the Laughing Demon was the one with the flaming cards, eh?
Yeah, the Laughing Demon was the one with the flaming cards.
Oh yeah, he's asking in character. Eh?
Kendra can explain that as well. But yeah, the Laughing Demon Tavern is more the place where people go to drink and eat and get very drunk. The Outward Inn is more for the slightly more refined, but still not very refined people, where there's also performances and the classier drinks.
Oh, could we be seen on the main map so that we can look at the whole?
God damn it.
Forgot to
I've
move
done
us.
that more than once.
Alright, well, if it's more accepting the performances, I guess I'm heading to the Outward Inn. I don't have a lot to pick up in the general store.
I'll probably see if they have either a cravat or an ascot in the store.
Yeah, they do have a shawl, fairly fine made shawl. But
pawn.
if you want to pawn things, you would actually best go to the Silk Purse. They do have, and specifically for the art pieces and everything.
I'll point out with my entertainer background, I have by popular demand. You can always find a place to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just pop down to the general store to just
That's a
buy.
good feature.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also...
So do they have like an ascot?
A what?
An ascot.
A Freddy from Scooby-Doo neckerchief.
Yeah.
Has to be orange.
No.
Just to give him a good visual example.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what everyone's like, you know. What the hell's an ascot? Freddy from Scooby-Doo. Oh.
Yeah, we're looking for either a cravat or an ascot. So that he has something that goes around the neck.
Yeah, they do have something like that. That's simple enough regular clothing.
Okay, yeah. So how much is he?
Just for that piece. What kind of cloth do you want to make it? Want it made out of? Just fairly rough, simple cloth, or something finer?
Oh, he wants something somewhat nice. To flat out nice, either or.
Yeah, that will be 2 gold.
Okay, he happily passes that over.
All right. You do have that.
Yep.
The
Yay!
two people inside. Luzko and Marta. Fairly happy couple that seems about to close. And you also see the 5 girls you've seen do the hop and dance and song before, running around in there. So that seems to be where they come from.
That makes sense.
But yeah, they also tell you that if you want to sell the paintings and everything, the Silk Purse would be the better place.
Well, thank you very much for the information.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I would go to find the others and say, "Oi, like, why don't we pop by and handle that?"
All right,
Anybody
so
going with Ilfrin? Or is Ilfrin doing this all on his own?
I mean, who is carrying all the goods they wanted to pawn off?
Palabar, clearly. He's our pack gnome.
all I know is
Palabar.
He has never seen these things. They're suddenly gone. He has totally not stolen them.
all I know is I'd be sticking with Kendra. Particularly if Grayson's been trying to make a move, I'm sticking with Kendra.
Oh no, he's over. He's given up at that point.
It took nothing for him to give up.
It's too no, it's
Not
too
even
much-
a rejection, just a nothing.
Well, no, because you notice it's like
He
if,
didn't
if,
even
Draven,
really
if
ask.
Draven's moving in on her and the dark elf and all, just
It's hard to
no,
tell if
he's-
Draven's moving on her. You don't really see him move.
Draven's not moving in on her at all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
we just
can't
haven't
tell.
noticed.
He's so dark and mysterious, and you don't ever catch him moving. Really, you just see him out of the corner of your eye in a new position.
Isn't that an SCP?
You
Maybe.
just see him drinking from his refilling mug.
I guess I have to supervise and chaperone Kendra.
You are
He's
the last
perfectly-
person who should be
I
chaperoning.
told you, I'm a serious pro player now. I'm a real guy.
She's
Kendra would
perfectly
actually-
chaperoned.
I suppose Kendra would mainly stick with Sybil, help her out,
Thank you.
for an arm to lead on. After all, yeah, Sybil is not quite an adoptive mother to her, but more of an aunt or something.
Oh, thank you, dear.
You're welcome. You've helped me in the past. It's only fair I help you now.
I appreciate it. But I hope it's not too much of a burden. I mean, you're still a young lady. You still have a lot to look forward to.
I do hope so, but that doesn't mean I can help you out as well. I mean, my father always talked about trying to get you something that makes you feel more at ease. He's been talking with the folks in the Lepidstadt University as well. And they have been experimenting on something, I believe. So if you ever go there afterwards, after this month, maybe you can check up with them. Perhaps they've had some successes.
Well, I'll certainly go and see. Hopefully.
Yeah, my father always felt kind of guilty about, the whole thing.
If he were still here, I'd still tell him the same thing. These things happen.
Yeah. And he would still say, doesn't matter. He has to do something about
Well, we still got. Well, we still got the book in the end, so that's what matters most for that.
I still think he would have traded your arm and leg for the book anyway. I mean, Other way around. I mean, he would rather have. He would rather
That's
have
right.
you had your arm and leg.
The plan
Rather
came
than
to
the book.
fruition just as he wanted.
He was actually a supervillain the whole time.
Yeah, throughout this conversation, like Kelmorn's playing gets very
English
uneven.
hard.
But yeah,
Or
listening,
Kilmorn.
yeah, eavesdropping this conversation as playing gets really uneven.
Yeah.
And like
As you
like his illusionary dancers, most of them are sort of like, you know, fairly ephemeral and temporary. The one that resembles Sybil, very solid.
Hey, wait, Sybil, is my head at the right height for you to lean on?
I've got a dent in the top of it. You can put your elbow.
About
Yeah.
how tall are you?
5 foot?
Uh,
You could sit
a
on my
high
shoulder.
rest, maybe.
Yeah, good enough. I could just stand there then.
No, it's all right. We're seated at a table.
I mean, in combat. I don't need to, like, I can just stand and my head is a good height.
No, I'm not going to keep you from the front lines.
Oh, please do.
You're
Come
the
now.
fighter.
Come now.
I don't know. I thought he was a monk for the longest time. I keep forgetting he's a fighter until he like second wins.
Well, if you ever find yourself at the front, you know where to find me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, easy, lad. Easy.
Huh?
I was getting friendly with you. I don't want you getting too friendly otherwise.
Stop calling me lad, man.
That's just an affectation. I call that one lad as well. It's Ilfrin. He's probably about 3 times my age.
Do Kendra
How
and
old are
Sybil
you?
look like they're done talking?
I mean, do you ask him?
Yeah.
I would like to point out that Ilfrin is right there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, do you ask him in character? Like, do you just finally query?
Yeah, I do query. Yeah, I was talking to Grayson, but yeah, I do actually query about how old you are.
I'm near
Query
him as
response.
I'm near him as 60th summer.
Ah, yes, I've got 200 years on you.
Not
Yeah,
as much.
child.
You look it.
Ooh.
And he walks off to play his instrument.
And he said I look like a child.
If it looks like Kendra and Sybil are done talking, he will ask her to dance.
Well, she will accept with a smile.
There is yet another look.
A very small glow of darkness over Ilfrin's face. He can't see his disappointment.
I mean, if Ilfrin doesn't ask her out first, I think, yeah, she would
Yeah.
take the chance for the
I want to push this button.
dance. She is.
Ow.
Hang on, it's all right, lad. It's all right. You've got inspiration.
You need to give Ish the one that
I'll take it. I
cutting
will
words.
take that. Yeah.
Go on, give a girl a twirl. Get a smile on her face. That goes to the rest of you lot. Come on, let's get going here.
I'll just shadow box instead of dance, I guess.
Well, I mean, in the whole floor, mate.
She doesn't dance too much better as well, so it's a bit of a stumbling, but decent enough. You don't step on each other's toes.
Ilfrin will wait, and then once that's settled and it seems like she's rested, then he'll give it a go.
Yeah.
You and
What?
Grayson dance divinely.
But before she goes, he will take his tattoo. He'll draw a little heart on her hand.
Oh
Oh, you're so lame.
god. Oh
Should
god.
have been a big heart.
He'll draw
The
a little
drow
heart with
is
a ribbon
brooding.
on it, on the top of her hand, and then kiss it, and then
Oh,
Aw.
God. Doff
Oh,
your
God.
trilby next.
Yeah, you can fucking get on your knees next? Jeez.
You
The
make
drow-
I would make a. There's not really a diplomacy or seduction or anything, but do make me a persuasion check at disadvantage.
You know the dead dad thing?
Pushing a little too far, too quick.
Yes.
I'm a gentleman. Oh, okay, that was disadvantage, not advantage, but it
Doesn't
didn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. She seems slightly amused, endeared by it.
I'll take it.
That's a win.
Yeah,
She said ha, and I don't need to know the context of that.
but not
She didn't
particularly.
smack me like those other
appreciate her.
girls. We're onto something. She's definitely into it.
I never knew that Braider's characters could be less effective in romance than Pan's. This is going to be an interesting thing. I need to put that as a plot point. They must compete.
That's the thing. Like he doesn't conform to regular social norms because he lives like
He's a wizard.
He's a university, you know.
Yeah.
Not like other people.
It's also
So
kind of
he
arrogant.
lives in academia. We don't have.
I'm
we have
not like
different
these
norms.
country guys.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, they're gonna move to the city and start hating Christmas.
It's about time you got used to these refined city norms. Come on.
Does he have a cane? Because I got a cane.
You don't even need one.
It's for style.
I mean, Ilfrin is a dark elf. It's kind of exotic,
But in a bad way,
so we got
really.
that going for him.
I was gonna say. Is that...
Like, yes, exotic, but there's a reason they're so rare. The ones that you can converse with.
I would consider blowfish exotic. It can also kill you.
Yeah. Think about how bad it is for Hart and Uzana. They welcomed one drow in, and now they've got an infestation in their bedroom.
Oh god, they multiply!
hate how true that is.
But in Friend's favor, he was pretty nice, and he was also friends with her father. So
So if anything, he's
He
like
has
an uncle
that.
to her.
decent starting position as not asshole drow.
That's a low bar, though. That's pretty low.
And I've been actually trying to have conversations with her and do things to make her smile.
You say it's a low bar. Lou keeps falling over it.
Oh, God.
Hey, kid, what are you doing? I'm shoveling shit that orphanage tells me. I'm glad I'm not you.
But yeah, when she gets back to the table, he'll offer to go get Kendra a drink.
Well, he's
Not
gone.
in the
John,
creep, not in a creepy way, mind you. Just as would you like me to grab you something while I'm up?
You could be more drunk. I should get you drunk.
Yeah. A bit of a wine, perhaps. That would be nice.
White or red?
Red, please.
He gives a nod and goes to acquire it.
Oh,
But while
there's
he's
the
gone,
quote.
Johnny's gonna sidle up to Kendra. But he's not gonna be weird. But
You
he's gonna,
can't
"Hey,
say
kid,
that. You have to
kid,
do it.
Kid, hey, listen, kid.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, Johnny?
I got this sword, and I figure I can teach you how to use a sword. I think you probably, or punch? What do you think?
That's nice, Johnny, but I am not much of a fighter.
Okay, maybe a dagger, just for emergencies.
I suppose. But you do know I have learned a bit of magic at the academy, at the university as well. So,
Well, there's something to be said for physical violence, always.
And Grayson's
Yes,
just watching
that's
this
not
happen,
surprising
not
from
sure,
you.
I could get in on this, but I think he's doing a good job just doing himself in, so I'm gonna let this happen.
have
This
you
ne-
picked up?
This next
Fighting
performance a wee
again.
bit esoteric. It's Freedom of Movement Crow.
Have you picked up fighting again then, Johnny?
I punched some ghosts. I don't think that counts.
Ah, right. But what have you been up to these past 5 years, actually?
Kind of same shit your dad had me doing. Occasional guard work, mostly physical labor. You know,
I mean,
honest stuff.
after you left.
Yeah, wandering. Same thing. Just get enough money to get by.
I see.
Pick up a few
Well-
skills, learn some people. It's good.
Huh. Yeah. I'm glad you're fine, at least.
Yeah,
Let's hope
I'm
it
here to keep you
stays
safe
so.
now. I swear, if I'd been there with
Yeah.
your dad, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah. I think some of the people here
Yikes.
in town might even remember you still. I know we haven't been here long before you left, but there's still a moment. Let me check something. There's still Trorfa in the forge. Do you remember her?
Well, at the forge?
Yes, the forge. The
Still
only
here.
other dwarf in town.
Ah. That's where you'd find him. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Maybe you could pay a visit to her as well. I think she would remember you as well. She hasn't been doing much. Hadn't had much to do with Lorimore, with my father. But I suppose she would like speaking to another dwarf.
Yeah, we can only hope that she's forgotten my personality.
Ah.
Oh God.
Oh, Johnny, you're too hard on yourself. You're not that bad. You're actually quite nice.
Have my moments.
And right around then, Ilfrin comes back with the drink.
Ah, thank you. And she takes the glass of wine, takes a sip.
He takes her seat. And then he just says, "Oh, I didn't know you were coming back over to the table, or I would have offered to get you something as well, Johnny."
I can just drink from it. Fucking yeah. I'm gonna get a drink actually.
Yeah, maybe you should just go to the fucking bar. Get out of here. Go on, third wheel.
No, he said that very politely.
Well, Sybil's
I'm
right
just-
there beside you.
I'm just trying to pass on my knowledge. I spent a long time acquiring it.
I will
You
also
offered-
say that while Kelmon is performing, there are also other local musicians trying to hop into songs they know for a combined performance. And at some point, there's also the apparent owner also comes in and starts singing along with a quite lovely voice. And she's actually even outperforming Kelmore.
Well, I haven't rolled for this yet. Who knows? It could be much worse.
Wait, did Kelmore have a spare loot lying around by chance?
I do have a lute, yes.
Yeah.
Oh. You gotta let me have
But-
one song.
She's not outperforming me.
No.
She is.
I did say she.
She's a well-aged woman in her late 40s or something. But the way she sings is very much the one of a professional singer. The kind you would hear in an opera or something. Quite refined, well trained. Not something you would expect to find in a sleepy town like this. But yeah. She continues to perform as well, seems to enjoy herself, but doesn't say anything yet while the performance goes on.
I mean, Johnny, do you want to come up on stage?
I gotta get one loot. I'll trade you that loot for this bottle of alcohol.
Oh, hang on. Look, it's alright if you just use it. You don't have to take it immediately. But I will have that bottle of booze, yes.
Yeah, it's like a
Bring
like
it
a
here,
rental
you can
thing.
pluck the strings, alright, Toons. Go for it.
Oh, I'm ready. Gotta
Where'd
warm my
you get
hands.
where'd you get that bottle from?
Found it.
So Corvus Calvin steps away to let Johnny play.
No, accompanying him.
Ah. Alright.
Because if you took it from Grayson's table,
Because throughout this whole thing, Kelmorn has done what he can to not leave the stage. He's not letting any of these bumpkins have their go, really. Like, he'll play along with them, but he's not leaving.
Ah,
I mean, you're performing well enough that they don't mind too much
Exactly.
at the moment.
I'm not the weakest chain. I mean, probably am, but
You're doing alright there, you're doing alright. As he then just leans over on the stool, catches the bottle in his lips, and then just brings his head back while still playing.
I think they have a hat for that, you know.
I like mine. It's 2 foot long, covered in feathers. A sharp, pointy triangle.
I was just saying it could be upgraded. We put a bottle inside.
Yeah. He is also quite misplaced in this whole area.
Yep. But you're gonna remember it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually a decent duet. Or combined performance.
I mean, we all know it's the tuning of the instrument that really brings out the performance.
I mean, I'm surprised how high all of these rollers were.
It got better once he took off his brass knuckles.
Yeah. Hitting less strings on accident.
But okay. So you're
I
still
look over at Sybil and Kendra and just say, I'm actually surprised they're doing so well together.
Indeed. I've never known Johnny to have a musical side. Kind of new.
Gilmore loves to be the center of the stage, but he will always support the fellow musicians on board. After all, if the show is bad, how can the headliner look good?
Sure.
He
Fair
is
enough.
the headliner. Never doubt.
I will say I didn't know much about him, but he seems like a good folk. And from what I can tell, the people here like it as well.
Never go wrong with a good musician.
Yeah, it does help.
Alright, I'm sure you all know this one. It's time for Wonder Wand.
God damn it.
Yeah. So, are you all doing anything else in there? Anything more you wish to discuss, or are you just sitting there watching Kelmon perform until leaving until it gets late?
I'm enjoying the performance.
Eventually, I would try to get the lady to dance.
You may. And also roll a performance.
Oh boy. He would have also. Oh god. He would have made a mention about how he's not quite sure of all these customs, but he fucking nails it.
The music
Like, I'm
helps.
Yeah.
It's I'm not quite sure about human dances, but I'll give this a whirl. And then apparently he just is fantastic at it.
Yeah, Kendra takes the lead at first, but he's figured out soon enough. So, yeah. And he's just naturally just moving smoother than Grayson.
This one's a wee bit heavier. It's time for Sons of Iron.
Fuck you.
The most unelf music possible.
Well, I'm trying to give Johnny a chance here.
Gonna get on his knees and spin around doing a solo. Yeah.
Watch you
It's
raise
way
up a
too
little the
much.
club and he just goes, fucking wait, lad. That's not yours.
Oh shit! Sorry, I got too into it. Sorry.
Ah, look
The
at that.
adrenaline.
Elfrin's doing alright there.
The audience starts headbanging.
Yep.
His mustache is going up and down.
Elfrin's doing
Great
well
Yes,
there,
watching
isn't he?
games.
Draven drunken headbangs, apparently.
Right.
But nah, he's not drunk.
Hey,
There's just
John-
one corner of the.
Yeah, Johnny Elfrin's doing alright there.
Does Draven headbang to the song?
I do not.
Toe tap.
but he is watching Johnny and drinking more.
I can accept this.
More,
You're a
more
real
because
dwarf.
he's getting entertained.
Yeah, that's a dwarf in disguise right there. Yeah. Yeah, Ilfrin needs to stop.
Yeah.
Why stop? Come on, they're having a lovely time.
It's like my kid, sorta. It's weird.
I know, but you've got to let her do this here. I mean, you never know when she might not be able to again.
I mean, she's heading towards the college with it at some point, right? She can meet a nice guy there.
Aye, but you never know what can get lost in a day or two. Or years. You never know. Let her have her fun, come on.
I'll just gotta keep an eye on him. Was anyway.
I will find you something to twirl with as well.
Oh, there's that dwarf over next door.
I'm pretty sure she's giving you the eye. I think she's got more than one. You might be alright there.
It's not a requirement. Eyes.
Nah, you do get used to thinking about what you can do without.
Now the problem is if there's too many eyes.
I don't know about that. I do kind of like the attention. I mean, that would proportionally mean they're paying more attention to me, eh?
I mean, Ilfrin had about 100 eyes on him with those spiders. Look how that turned out for him.
Can't really say I'm surprised though. Oh, we should put it there. 8 legs and no heart. Just keep your time with this one. There we go. This is sort of more his theme. I don't know a whole lot of Underdark, but this one's been passed around a wee bit.
The face twitches.
It's basically emo rock.
Johnny gets mascara out of nowhere.
Jesus Christ.
Just a quick prestidigitation.
I will also say Draven and Grayson are both getting invited by some of the women to dances as well as several.
He would
Couple of
accept.
Yeah, dancing with one of the women there.
Oh, hang on, I just remembered one now. This is a bit tricky here, so just follow me when I'm going. We are dancers, we have Mena Baranzan.
Oh God. Oh. Thankfully, Ilfrin's not from Menzo Baranzan.
Menzo Baranzan doesn't even quite exist in this universe.
Oh.
But music transcends dimensions.
Why you gotta bring up My Chemical Romance, Pan? Jesus.
Yeah, Panic at the Disco.
Just Black Parade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Chemical Romance, very experimental artificer music group.
Does Draven accept invitations to dances as well?
Yeah.
Alright. Then you two also roll me another performance check each, please.
Tale of Two Cities.
Yeah, Grayson does pretty well. Draven, not so much. Stepping on some toes.
I think the Raven needs a wee bit of help. We'll change gears a wee bit here. Are we human or are we necromancers?
Neither.
Wow.
Yeah. That might not be a good line.
It's just a line, guys. About guys who could party too long in a graveyard. It's fine.
You know, I know a crypt is kind of empty right now.
Shut the fuck up.
What the fuck, dude?
It's like when when a drummer has that foot pedal. He has that, except it's just for Johnny. Just kicks him in the back.
Straight in the back of the skull like a slap.
Right in the tailbone, just so you feel it.
Aww. I've actually broke my tailbone. Don't even mention it. I think my cat's eating a cardboard box.
Sounds like a cat, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, but as the evening continues and Kelmon continues to hug the stage, Eventually, it gets dark, and people start to leave as well. And I suppose Kelman does at some point stop performing.
Eventually he has to.
Yeah, and he'll also get invited by the inn owner for a glass of wine at a separate table.
Could they? It's a lovely offer. We can talk business in the morning and all that there in the daylight. It's just I've got a lady in waiting.
Oh, I see. My bad then.
No, it's perfectly alright, like I said. I'll be happy to perform in your business at any time.
Yes, I've quite enjoyed the show. It's not often someone with your talents comes to this town. It's
Well.
not often I sing myself as well, but
Indeed, you've got a properly trained voice there. Very skillful.
yes, I was a singer in Caliphas at one point. And as I mentioned, not often I actually sing myself these days, but your performance was quite worth it.
We'll see if we can shake the cobwebs out.
Yeah.
I've got a few in mind that would work perfectly with your tonnage.
I mean, I would offer you to help me do that in my chambers, but as you said, since you have someone waiting for you, I shall not make that offer.
It's not right. Johnny there, on the other hand, seems to be interested.
You see me with that loot?
With my loot, aye. I saw that, yes. Give me it back. Give it back.
Oh, come on, the
Give it-
adrenaline. This is so
give
much
it
better
back.
than adventuring. Ah, fine. Take it, fine.
As he just
At the exchange.
he checks that fucking instrument thoroughly.
This is a cliff of warning.
At that exchange, the woman chuckles a bit. No, I don't think. He's not quite my taste.
Too hot to handle.
You're an intimidating presence, you know. You're just too much, well, not man, but, dwarf to handle.
Yes, let's leave it at that.
She
Either
probably
way,
will.
I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing you again.
Oh, definitely,
All
definitely.
right,
This is my
great.
kind of thing. We're stuck in here for a while anyway, due to the will.
Yeah.
So I'll
right,
definitely be.
you're-
I'm definitely willing for the stage here.
I see. You're one of these strangers then.
I was a long-time friend of Professor Lorimer.
Ah, yes. I remember him. He was occasionally here, not often, but
To be fair, it's a bit of my relationship with
Yeah.
him as well. We used to just have a nice cup of tea, bottle of wine, just chat about books. Stories, tales. I'd just recount a few things I heard on the road, and he'd bring up something published.
yeah, he was also always a bit of an academic.
Oh,
Not quite my forte, but he was good at what he did, from what I can tell.
I had no spark of romance in him, but he was a lovely man generally. Nice and polite, courteous.
Well, enough to get a lovely daughter. It's just a shame her mother died at childbirth.
There's always a nasty thing out there. To be denied years of love growing up. But you wouldn't think it when you look at her.
Yes, she's grown up to be a lovely, smart young girl. And I just hope she makes the most of her life, now that she's no parents left.
Well, we'll see her well.
Yes, I figured, since you mentioned you were friends of Lorimar, you'll help her a lot. And I mean, I do remember Sybil and Johnny. They've been around for a little while at least. As far as I remember. But yes, I will see you some other time then.
You never know. Probably tomorrow.
Much appreciated.
Not a worry.
And I guess that lets you all leave then.
That's the thing, like, as he comes over to Sybil to help her up, and says, well, I went and spoiled it there. I mean, usually ask for the last dance, but I just left it too late, obviously.
It's quite all right.
It is. You enjoy your evening?
Yeah. I do like these quiet evenings.
Oh, well. Weren't too
Of
quiet.
course, they can't be too far, and of course, they can't be too close.
Really? You wouldn't mind? You wouldn't like a few consecutive evenings like this?
I still feel that call for adventure.
You do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Jarvan's walking along and says, "That was a quiet evening?"
Well, I wasn't swinging my sword.
Mm-hmm.
You can take that however you wish. I meant in battle.
Fair enough.
I would be a polite gentleman and offer Kendra an arm on the way back.
She will take it.
Jarvan looks at Grayson and Johnny. What are they doing?
Walking?
Johnny's clearly wired, but he's still walking along. He's like,
He's
hopping a little
kind
bit.
of tired, you know. He's leaning.
I've never
on
been
the
less
cane
tired
a
in my
little bit.
life. Oh my god. Hey,
You know,
Grayson,
you don't have to try and skimp. You can put your whole weight on me, Sybil. It's fine.
Hey Grayson, let's race.
No. I'm.
You'll win.
This is my only chance to beat him.
How can you beat him?
Luck. Hopefully he trips.
You could make him trip.
Just throw a greatsword at his legs.
Oh, I missed doing
Or
that in
punch with
Assassin's
his
Creed.
brass knuckles in the side of his knee.
That's more than a trip. He's not gonna walk.
Just dash past him, quickly invert his kneecap with one punch.
I don't like this campaign anymore.
Oh no, the imaginary girl doesn't like you.
No, it's just, but he's too tired to be thinking about that. He's.
That's why you lose. The Drow elf only has to rest for 4 hours and they're back in action.
Yep.
The action economy says you lose.
Should have made a coffee lock.
But yeah. As the evening clings out, I believe that is a good time to also end the session.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we
We
just
are
hit 3
at our
hours.
3 hours.
Yeah, we did just hit 3 hours. Nice.
Alright, I will kill the stream.